3, 2, 1. Woo! Welcome back to episode 65 of the Save Point podcast, baby. We back. It's some crazy shit today. What? We're back. We got some of these ones. Haven't played that in a while. And then Broxy, so...
He's also wearing a Sonic shirt from, I want to say, the 80s.
He bought it from Sega World.
I wish.
Yeah,
we talked about I never got to go to Sega.
I told Lizard that on the weekend. I was in Darling Harbour on the weekend and walked past the bones, the ruins of Sega World and sort of cried. Darling Harbour is a very different place now to what it used to be.
I've seen people still selling the Sega World tokens for stupid amounts.
You're going to say it properly
Just say it properly, bro.
No.
Sega World.
I refuse.
Yeah, but no, it was, for people who don't know, Darling Harbour is in Sydney. For all our international viewers.
There's a couple of them.
There's a fair few. We got
that's what we could have put on there.
Yeah, well, too late now. But yeah, Sega World was really cool there. And Darling Harbour is just not the same anymore. They ripped down the big shopping centre there, Harbourside. And it all looks completely different now. That's the new IMAX. It's
very dead. Like even from 10 years ago, it looks completely different.
Yeah.
It's so bare and empty.
That's the same with most big areas like that. Like there's one fairly close to us that used to be quite big and is now nothing like it used to be. You used to be able to walk from one end to the other of it, and it was shops the entire way along, and now most of it's empty and torn down.
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
An area quite close to us. I don't really want to dox this.
okay.
That still also doesn't help.
Well, I will say, without this, we'll know what this is. The main city. Okay, we live near Newcastle.
Yes.
That's good enough. Newcastle City in Australia is fucking dead now compared to what it was.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. The main area.
Oh, the main drag of Newey?
Yeah, where you
dead.
you'd walk up from the train station, then walk down that long stretch.
There's nothing going on there anymore.
It's empty.
There's nothing there. No. It's like a couple of closed shops, a couple of like wedding dress shops.
There's a lot of little cafes and stuff that open up and like are there for 6 months, then they disappear again.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get off
a lot
of
of
that.
homeless people too.
There is a lot more homeless people in Newcastle now. Okay, we'll get off that. Off that depressing shit.
Why were you in Darling Harbour?
I was there to watch a video on Metroid Prime 4. We'll talk about Wiles and Darling Harbour later. But yeah, Metroid Prime 4 came out. Is it as good as Federation Force?
I don't think anything will ever be as good as Federation Force.
Federation Force was a cool game. Okay.
I'll do some research.
I'm playing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, or whatever the tagline for it is.
Prime 4 Beyond?
It's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I don't remember.
Beyond their wildest expectations.
I'm enjoying it at the moment. I know there's a lot of back and forth online about, is this really the game we waited a decade for?
No, it was longer, 18 years.
Yeah. Is it really?
18 years.
Time flies when you're 60.
Decade goes 2015.
You're really not going to, you just keep hitting them every...
I'm young, I'm witty, it's quick, let's go.
No, I more mean you've been
young.
harping on about that constantly today.
About what?
About calling me old.
Oh, this is funny.
Who cares?
Anyway,
Metroid Prime 4.
I am liking it. I am enjoying it. It is... There's definitely parts of it that could have been tightened up and polished or just left out entirely to have a better experience. But on the whole, I'm really enjoying it.
So from everything I've seen, Metroid Prime 4 has been a little bit of a polarizing game. I've watched a few reviews. I've looked at Metacritic. At the moment, Metroid Prime 4 on Metacritic has a score of 80, which it's fairly good. Like I thought it could have been a bit higher because Metroid Prime's a very beloved series.
It is.
Metroid
in general is a very beloved series.
Yeah, but especially Prime.
The Prime series is,
Yeah. There's a few 100s and big hitters like Giant Bomb are giving it 100 out of 100. There's also some big hitters giving it like 70.
Yeah. The ones giving it 100, I would say they're either blinded by nostalgia or they haven't played very much of it. Like they've played the first little tutorial area and that's it. Because there's some big areas in that really didn't... The big thing, like that they showed off in the trailer, and like this is the bike, being able to drive this Viola bike all around. The bike's cool. The whole big area in the middle, it gives me massive sort of like Ocarina of Time, Hyrule Field vibes.
I heard a lot of people say that, and I heard a lot of people being like, "Don't you dare compare this desert in Metroid Prime 4 to Hyrule Field because there was stuff to do in Hyrule Field.
Hyrule Field has a whole bunch of things scattered about to do.
Yep.
This does not. There are things scattered around.
Crystals.
crystals, and there's like some stuff in typical Metroid fashion. There's stuff that you get up to, you look at and you go, cool, I obviously need an ability I don't have right now to do whatever I need to do here. And then you just leave it behind and you come back to it when you have that ability. They are few and far between. Most of it is just empty desert. They could have really either tightened that area up or even removed it entirely and just had something similar to what the previous Prime games had, which was just like, cool, we've got like this little sort of hub thing. It's quite small, but it feels like a tighter experience. That would have improved the game, I think.
Yep.
Doesn't give you the reason to drive the bike around, but the bike controls are good, very tight. I do like driving the bike. I just wish there was more to do with the bike.
It seems like they've just slapped it on there to be like, hey, cool thing. It's
Maybe.
almost like it's like the bike in fucking Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Which you got at the end of doing everything.
There might be later stuff that happens that I haven't gotten to yet that improves upon what the bike can do or gives it like more stuff to do in the field, but right now it is very empty.
But what else could the bike do in the field if there's nothing to do in the field?
Well, I do know that there's like some boss battles going to happen where you're riding the bike around. I haven't done them yet, but I know that they showed them off in the trailer.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
The controls for running around, doing all the puzzles and the shooting, everything is exactly as it was in
the older Prime games, old Metroid Primes.
They're good. A couple of little tweaks here and there to tighten things up. I don't really have any complaints about it. It's fine. They brought back the ammo system that I can't remember if 3 had it, but I know 2 definitely had it. I'm not a fan of the ammo system for it.
What, that you have ammo?
No, like having ammo for the missiles, yes, that's always been a thing, and I understand it. But then you've got alternative ammo types, which previously, like for the first Prime, you had your normal power shot, an ice beam, a fire beam, and an electric beam. And you could swap between them at will. Certain enemies would be, like, it'd be effective against them.
Yeah,
or
weak
not as
against
effective.
them. Yeah, things like that, yeah.
You didn't have ammo for them. You only had ammo for your missiles and the supercharged shots of, like, if you combine the missile shot with one of those energy types, that would cost you ammo. Metroid Prime 2, you had your normal power beam, you had a light beam and a dark beam, and then there was one other one that I never really played around with much. They all had ammo, except for your normal shot. I didn't like that. I can't remember if 3 did a similar thing. You still had missiles that had ammo. This one brings back the ammo counter, seemingly, for all your different energy types, all your different shot types, except your normal default attack.
Okay.
Not as psyched on that. I'd prefer it just be like, cool, I switched my lava beam, shoot. Not have to worry until I'm using like the big charge up shots for it.
This goes back to me thinking that Metroid Prime, not saying it's bad, but it always gave off baby's first FPS to me.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. We were talking beforehand about the aiming system because I assumed it was like Doom where you just kind of aim around, shoot, and that's
you're strafing. Yeah. No, this one, I have a feeling that the original reason for it was because the Nintendo, like the GameCube controller
was shit and it wasn't good at FPS.
I really like the GameCube controller, but it didn't
not
have...
Not good for FPS.
No. The C-stick was not a right thumbstick.
It feels, the C-stick feels like it was a thumbstick that got chewed up by a dog or a kid.
Well,
it's anemic.
It was Nintendo going, oh, our previous controller had this thing, we're going to keep the C-stick.
Yeah.
And then they kept that on. That was what they called the 3DS New had the little module thing. They called that the C-stick as well. No game I know of other than Dragon Ball Fusions, I remember used it to move the camera around. I don't remember using it in any other game.
Yeah, a lot of games.
I might have, but I just don't remember any of them.
It's a stupid addition.
Yeah.
It's a very stupid addition.
But yeah, controls for on foot, the platforming feels absolutely fine. Combat feels absolutely fine. It's the right mix of it's just on the edge of challenging where it's like, cool, I got to keep focus on it. Like, I'm not really feeling in danger up until I lose focus and then I get hit. And then it's like, shit, that took half my health in one hit.
Yeah.
Fuck, I really need to focus on this.
How hard do you need to focus if it auto aims to everything?
It's more that the auto aim is more just, it'll point you at the enemy. It doesn't mean that every single shot is going to hit because the enemy is constantly moving, running around, jumping on walls and all this jazz.
One thing, I watched the Metroid Prime 4 review from Skill Up, if you know Skill Up.
I know the name. I don't
Aussie
think
guy.
I've ever seen any of his stuff.
He's done I really take a lot of. Sometimes I don't agree with what he says, but he goes pretty hard on games, and he doesn't sugarcoat it a lot of the time. And he was a fan of the old ones. A lot of the things he said, one of them was that he was like, "Hey, the platforming was fine, but there was like 2 instances in the whole game, like proper platforming sections. There just isn't much at all." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a bit weird. I don't know what it was like in the old Prime games. Admittedly, I've never played the Prime games, but there was a few things he said. He said that one thing that really annoyed him was that you need these. Have you beaten the game yet?
No.
I don't think this is really a spoiler at all, but I think those crystals that you get in the desert, the green crystals you get in the desert in Metroid Prime 4, you need X amount of those before you can do the final fight.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, this is boring because there's nothing to do in the main desert overworld thing in this game." So he basically just went to X objective. He got to the last mission and he's like, "Okay, you need X amount of crystals now." He just had to drive around for an hour just collecting crystals.
This is something I was going to bring up because
That's
I've been
bullshit, man.
Yes, it is. I've been collecting the crystals and then every now and then going back and dumping them and everything. My problem is, one, it might give you a visual indicator of how much you've gotten, but I haven't really. Like, I've only gone back twice now, and each time it makes a little thing glow, and I'm just like, "Oh, cool, there's a glow." It doesn't tell you how many crystals you've collected. Like, it doesn't, like, when you run around, you are collecting crystals. You can see multiple crystals being collected. It doesn't tell you exactly how many you have, unless I'm missing something, and it's on another screen that I haven't pulled up yet. And it doesn't tell you a number of how many you've deposited.
That's stupid.
Yes. So it's just collect the green things until we tell you to stop.
Another thing that I heard from this review of Metroid Prime 4 from Skill Up was that apparently after the final boss there is somewhat of a quick time event thing, but it sort of seems like a choice. I press X to do this. And this could be like, I feel like the guy who's on Skill Up he's not an idiot. I don't think he is, but he's like, "I'm going to see what it is when you don't click it." Does it seem like it was like, do this choice or don't do this choice?
Yeah.
Didn't do it, failed the game, had to restart the boss battle. That seems a bit bullshit to me. Like a quick time event after the boss battle.
Yeah,
it seems also a bit silly. It's like, just press the button. But also he said, at least from when he jumped in, it seemed like it could have been something that.
If it is that, yeah, that's kind of bullshit. It may as well just do if it's just literally hey, press button to trigger cutscene. Don't have that. Just cool. I made the boss's health bar go away. Just do the cutscene.
Yep. Honestly,
if you want me to do the cool finisher, just play the animation for the finisher. Don't have
or whatever it is. Like, I don't know the context of it.
I've definitely played other games where it's like, the boss's health bar goes away and it's like, press A to finish him.
And you don't press quick enough, and then
it's like, oh, cool, I beat him. I just need to do the. And then because you don't react in those 3 seconds, it's like the boss gets up and instantly kills you.
A lot of the time you'll
that's
defeat a boss and you put the control down. Okay, let's just see the cutscene. And it's like, oh, you got to do, fuck. Yeah, but the other thing with Metroid Prime 4 I saw is that in the desert section when you're on the bike, there's no music. No. And to get the music, you need to scan a fucking amiibo that you buy to get the music in the game.
Yes.
That's bullshit, man.
So I have the amiibos. I have not scanned any of them yet because I didn't know what they were going to unlock leading up to it. I just knew that, like, cool, I love the original Samus amiibo. This gets me another one and a bike thing and the supposedly main enemy. I haven't finished it, so I don't know what's happening in the end. They look pretty cool. I'll grab them. Found out later on that the Samus amiibo, now I can't remember straight off the top of my head what the Samus amiibo gives you, but the bike amiibo changes the music that plays when you are going around on the bike.
Doesn't change the music, it gives you music.
It gives you the music, but you also use it to, like, it unlocks one of 6 songs and you scan it to change it as well.
That's so bullshit, man.
It is. It should have given you something way better than that.
No, it should have. The music in the game should just be there. You shouldn't have to buy. How much is the Amiibo? Like $20 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
$30 Australian to unlock the music in the game. It's on the fucking cartridge. That's bullshit.
Well, here's the thing. It should have been was that, because from what I understand, the music that it unlocks is all stuff from previous Metroid games. That's fine. just have music already written for the bike sections. Because when you unlock the bike, there's music playing.
Yeah.
It's pretty, jock rock kind of music, but
Yeah.
it's fine. I didn't mind it.
That
But then the second you drive the bike out of the place where you get it and you're back in the desert again, it's empty.
That's
Nothing.
bullshit. No, you can't defend. Like, if anyone defends that it's okay for them to put a paywall behind the music in this game with an amiibo, you are so Nintendo cucked. I found out recently, this could be BS, but I heard from someone else talking about this, that apparently when the Skyward Sword remaster or remake, whatever, came out on Switch in the last year or so, I've never played Skyward Sword, but I heard that apparently there's a fast travel system that they've added into it. It was locked behind an amiibo.
I know that they added some sort of fast travel.
With like on a bird or something. Yeah, apparently it's locked behind
the
an amiibo.
The bird thing's been in there for since it was on
I don't
Wii.
know. I'm just saying from what I heard, apparently that was locked behind an amiibo.
Like
Do you want to fact check that?
Yeah, I've just fact checked what the Samus amiibo gives you.
Yes, what is it?
So it unlocks a shield that blocks 99 points of damage but can only be scanned once per day. And then also, once you finish the game, you unlock the different music themes for... There's about 3 different ones here, and then there's also the retro ones from Metroid Prime, the first one, and then also the theme from 4.
Okay. So I knew about... now that you've said that, I did remember that it essentially gives you another energy tank. Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's called a shield. It's health. It's just health. Yeah, the amiibo for the main antagonist of this game, Psylocke or whatever his name is. This one's bullshit. So, if you scan it, it unlocks a secret cutscene.
Okay, yep.
This cutscene you don't need the amiibo to get. The other way to get this cutscene is you get 100% scanning of all the secret logs and everything in the game as well. I don't like it.
And the amiibo also does that.
I think have the amiibo do that, but have the amiibo do something else as well.
I get that. I just don't really like amiibos in general.
Which is entirely fair.
I think amiibos are a waste of plastic. I don't think they're cool enough to be proper collectibles. And
it was Nintendo looking at Toys for Bob or whatever the Spyro company was. Skylanders, yeah.
Not even that. It's just doing the in-game events they used to do with Pokemon, except it was hey, rather than saying this is a free event, you get unlock this really cool thing by coming to them. It's let's charge you $30 to get an extra song or
there was a
rare candy or some shit.
There was a big
push.
There was a big hype around amiibos for a while. I remember when the Gold Mario came out. It's 2014, 2015, and people went crazy about them, but no one cares anymore.
That was one of them, but all of them. Remember where we work, when we had people coming in every couple of hours and saying, do you have any of the Zelda amiibos?
Yeah, but I don't hear that anymore.
No, because they released another wave of them. We got more of them in, and now everyone has them again. But it was Nintendo just doing artificial scarcity, which they're really good at doing, and driving up prices.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, back to Metroid Prime 4. There's a couple of things in it, we talked about the open world, and it's just a middle Hyrule Field-esque thing that really could have been tightened up. The controls, as I said, are really nice, except these new mouse controls.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
So I've seen a few people say that with Metroid Prime 4 that the Joy-Con side mouse controls are really bad.
Yep.
That the sensitivity, you can't match them. And they've compared it to back in the day when they used to port console games to PC and you could never get the sensitivity quite right. That it just was not designed properly for it.
No. It's a cool idea. And from an accessibility standpoint, I like the idea. Actually trying to use it, though, I don't.
Yeah, that sucks,
so,
though.
Let me quickly grab one of the
Joy-Cons
Joy-Cons
whipping it out.
Don't get too excited.
I honestly completely forgot there was a mouse functionality.
I mean, other than
I
that
think it's going to be forgotten
game we talked about ages ago, this is the first game I've played on here that actually takes advantage of it.
I don't think they're going to...
on the main menu.
I think it's going to be forgotten about in a year or two. It'd be nice if it wasn't.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be cool if someone hacks it and then makes it workable on an actual PC and does a challenge or something like that.
Could.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with the right Joy-Con, the mouse control is you're still using the left one for movement and strafing and lock on and all of that. With the right Joy-Con, you put it sideways. So your R button, your like trigger is your normal attack. Left is your missiles, like your right button, is missiles, the bumper. B is still jump down on here.
Yep.
You are still like, you can look and move and everything. If you lock on and you happen to move this slightly, you'll still stay facing towards the enemy, but you point your gun off in a different direction, which I know why they're doing that. It's because they're introducing, again, similar to, I believe, 3, enemies that you have to be locked on, but they got specific targets on their body that like weak points and whatnot. Yep. Happy that they're doing that again. It's fine. This is shit at doing it though.
Yeah.
In the mouse mode, because it is both not precise enough and also too finicky. Like, it's not that it's too precise. That it's like, cool, I need to just adjust it here. I'll move it a little bit, and it just like shoots over. And then so other times you're like, okay, I need to get it way up there, and so you like scroll up and it does move it all. It doesn't have the proper sensitivity of an actual mouse that you would be wanting to use it like a mouse.
Is it optional or is it
completely optional?
Okay, so yeah.
I've tried it 3 times now. Within, I'm going to say 3 minutes of me trying it, I'm back to like, straight back into the control mode.
I'll have a look at it. I don't think I tried it.
Take his rogue hair off of it though. One other thing I was going to ask about Metroid Prime 4 is I heard from a few reviews that there's only 2 enemy types or 2 types of enemy in the game.
No,
like 2, I don't know, maybe sectors of enemy or something like that. Well, it's pretty limited.
I don't know what that's. I've seen at least like, again, haven't played all the way through, but I've seen at least a dozen different enemy types.
Are they the same enemy type, but they're reskinned?
Yeah, so just blue, green, yellow.
There has been that with one of the, what's introduced as like, it looks like it's going to be a main enemy, and then it's just like, okay, no, this is just like a slightly stronger enemy for this area, and then each area is going to have its reskinned variant of it.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
No, there's been robots that fly in and like pretend to be other stuff. There's been like these, I think they're called grievers or something like that, which are like these the multi-armed aliens that we saw in the trailer with like
4
the green
arms.
chest thing. Yeah, 4 arms, 2
Diamond
legs.
head. Accelerate.
Accelerate.
Yeah, the only other thing I was going to ask about this game is apparently in Metroid Prime 4, all of your companions or whatever don't shut the fuck up and are super annoying.
There is one companion.
Well,
I don't know, like...
Yeah, what he said isn't untrue then.
They've shown a lot of other people like in the trailer like running around that. Like, yes, they're talking, but early on you meet what is supposed to be a companion NPC called Miles.
Yeah.
Miles.
And he's...
Finish it.
Black one.
Oh, no, he's a white nerdy boy and he plays that stereotype pretty hard.
Literally the 3 of us.
I'm not nerdy, I'm cool.
King Gizzard shed.
I got told that like
Edgy.
from the playtest event or whatever, the amount that Miles talks has been toned down. I didn't mind him. It was fine. Like, it was typical.
I thought he was pretty cool.
Mm.
I would have added to my
wouldn't say
moderator
cool,
stuff.
but it's fine. It's a cool. We've got a silent protagonist. We're just going to have
what I was hearing a bit from this game is people were like, hey, I don't mind the NPCs talking and the chatter that they've got and everything, but it seems like Samus is out of place. It seems like there's a lot of times where the characters will talk to Samus and there should be a response. And it's not a good silence. It's not like a Gordon Freeman.
Well, see, that's my thing, is that Samus to me is very much just a female Gordon Freeman of just like, hey, we send this person on suicide missions and they still come back. They just seem to be a complete introvert and don't talk to anyone. That's the vibe I've got.
Gordon Freeman's literally a doctor.
I know.
Dr. Freeman.
Sorry. No, I don't mind Samus not talking at all. I do think some of the NPCs, the way they talk to her is just like,
Also,
Don't you dare talk to my woman like that.
No, it's more just like they're talking as though she's responding, and
Yeah.
it's like nothing was said back to you. You're just like, you are having a two-sided conversation and only one of you is talking.
it's a one-sided conversation then.
Oh, not the way they're talking.
Is it like maybe one of those weird like LED helmets where it has emotions on the face and then
No.
like those robo dogs? That were cool.
No.
Robodogs work.
That would be no. Look, there's only been one Metroid game where Samus has like openly been voiced and has
Yeah.
responded to Gary, and that one's just
Is that
non-canon.
the one where she's in the Zero suit?
Yes, the Zero Suit did appear in it. I'm pretty sure.
The one where she's cool.
Yeah, Metroid Other M was the one where they're like, okay, it's a third person game. Blah blah. By the way, anytime you want to fire missiles, you have to point at the screen. We go into first person mode and you can't move around.
You
Sounds
get
like
locked in,
worse
bro.
Resident Evil 4. Yeah, all right. But Metroid Prime 4, I've heard... I haven't played the game, but from everything I'm hearing, it's a good game, but it's getting a lot of glazing.
Yeah,
A lot of people
I'll
saying
admit,
it's better than it is.
A lot of people, I will say, like they're definitely blinded by nostalgia.
Sounds like very nostalgia-driven.
The
a lot of
people,
this stuff.
like as I said, the people are giving it 100 on Metacritic. I don't know what they were taking before they played it, but like I'm really liking the game. I wouldn't be giving it 100.
Yeah.
80. Sure, I can see people liking it that much. I probably wouldn't have given it quite that high. Like 75. Sure, I definitely can see that. 75 to 78.
What's your final score?
We'll say.
He hasn't beaten it yet, but like so far.
Look, I'm going to say out of 10, I'm giving it a so far 7 out of 10.
That's not bad.
No.
Not great, but
No,
it's not
that's
bad.
Worth the money?
I'm just trying to remember how much I actually spent on it. Yes,
Full price is what you pay for it.
sure.
But plus the Amiibo to get the music that's already in the
Oh,
cartridge.
okay. No,
So the price of a
including Amiibo,
PS5 game.
No,
Yeah.
not worth that price. No.
I
I just find by the
Yep.
time I finish it, I am feeling like so far the vibe of it, my score may probably go up. This is not going to be a solo leveling, Arise Overdrive thing.
I don't think it really arose anywhere, but
No,
continue.
no, that was a big disappointment.
I'll show you a rise.
7 out of 10 with the very, very likely possibility of going up to 8.
From what I've seen, it seems like a lot of people were really... I mean, 18 years since the last Prime game, at least from what I've seen?
From Metroid Prime 3.
2007?
It wasn't 2007. It was...
Goated year for film.
Look it up.
Okay.
Because it was a Wii game, but I don't think it was 2007. I think it was like 2009.
I want to look this up. You're going to get proven wrong again, and then Tom's going to be like,
I don't know too much about this one. I just heard a lot of people saying 18 years.
it came out in 2007. Metroid
Okay, yeah.
Prime
So-
3 Corruption.
My
You're
apologies.
wrong once again. But yeah, from
That looks
everything
so much cooler than the screenshots I've seen from 4.
everything I've seen about this new Metroid Prime game is that I think a lot of people are blinded by nostalgia and have been waiting 18 years, and in their minds it couldn't be bad, so a lot of people are saying it's a lot better than it is. Not saying it's bad, but I've been seeing a lot of people who weren't as, at least people who I've seen review it, who weren't super blinded by that nostalgia and they could see through that. I've also seen people who online who were massive fans of the original games,
Yep.
and were like, this isn't it. This is good, but it's not.
Well,
It's
the
not the-
original, as in the original Prime games? Or
Yeah,
the,
Prime
okay.
games. Yeah, and they're like, yeah,
The first hour of it definitely hit me big with nostalgia feels. Just like, oh, this feels like I'm playing the original Prime series. Like it was really, really nostalgic. I don't know. Like I'm really hoping they open up some more stuff in that the desert. Like it's so empty.
I don't
There's
think there
nothing
is.
to do
From
there.
everything I've heard, there isn't. But who knows? There could be stuff that was missed by these people.
I am a little bit annoyed that like rather than being, hey, you got this new ability, backtrack a little bit and like here's a whole bunch of stuff for it. It's literally sending me back and forth across the entire map as part of the story of like, hey, you got to here. We're going to block this off. You need this ability. Go to the other end of the map.
Fuck that.
Oh, you got that one ability? Cool. Now back to the other end of the map
hate
you go.
that.
It's like me playing Ratchet and Clank on the PS2 version again now. It's like you got to go, oh, I unlocked this gun. Now I can unlock that door from 3 planets ago.
Yeah.
To go to the next person. Oh, you got to win this race on the other planet we just got that ability for. And it's just, I've done 4 planets and I'm like, I've been
It
playing
is
for like 3
artificial
hours.
padding of playtime.
Yes, very much is.
Yeah, but also they're designed for kids, so like you get your fun out of it.
Yeah, what is Metroid Prime 4 rated? Is it like an M or is it PG?
I'm gonna have a look.
It feels
at the
very much
cover
like
here.
PG.
I have a feeling it's, might be M, but I have a feeling.
PG.
M for Metroid.
Is there even a Metroid in this game?
Yes.
Oh, there is.
Yep.
3.
Is that your little friend one?
What's T? Rated T? Is that the brand?
T for teen. That's a
Like 12 or something. isn't it?
ESRB.
Yeah, that's American.
American.
Okay, trying to take me to the Amazon website. Yeah, they all say BT. They're all American ones.
BT.
B.
Oh shit, BT. Bit of fucking
Bad Boys.
no fucking Kojima game. Oh my god, I'm forgetting. What's Kojima's cheese game again? Death Stranding.
Oh, I thought you meant PC, but yeah.
Oh, it wasn't. What's BT? Is that the?
BTs are in there, beached things.
Yeah.
Fuck, that just shows how much I don't care about that game. That game, I saw some people in some of our comments. We've got to do like a bad comments video now. We're getting so many of them now.
There's enough on that Logitech video.
Oh yeah.
There's heaps.
People
Talking
don't
about-
like us having opinions.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got the worst opinion. No, it's a fucking opinion, bro. It's all good if you don't agree with it.
Yep.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah. Like assholes.
I was hoping Brock was going to say that. He loves saying that.
He's like,
I've ever said that.
assholes.
Someone said it, and I thought it was you.
Yeah, no. I saw a few reviews being like, oh, people saying Death Stranding needs to win everything. It's the best game of this year. It's like, I'm sorry, you are so blinded.
Yeah.
In what world? It looks amazing and it's got some really good set pieces and good things, but no. I'm
And
not
you-
going back to play that anytime soon.
You've called, like, you yourself admitted to being Kojima cucked, but like you're
Yeah,
not.
you're
Not going for it.
No, it's a really good game. You go look at the episode where it was just me and Brock talking about it, and I really enjoyed the game. There's a lot of really good things, but I also think I said in that, I was like, I'm probably never going to come back and play this anytime soon.
No.
Like, it's done. Like, I don't...
That's why I watch the cutscenes on YouTube if I want to relive the story rather than play the game again.
That is one of those games. The problem with a lot of Kojima games is that it's not just watch the cutscenes because you lose so much context of like, they don't have it in this, but their version of like codec calls and things like that in-game
Yeah.
sort of things. But the only time I ever wanted to go back and play Death Stranding was when I saw it come to Mac, and that was more to be like, oh, I want to see how something runs on my MacBook. It wasn't that I wanted to play the game.
And then you didn't play it. You ended up playing Cyberpunk, which probably gave it a far better test.
Yeah, actually, I need to jump back onto that. I haven't played a PC game properly in ages. Like, I think I'm going to, tonight, probably play some more Project Silverfish. I haven't played that in a long time as well.
Yeah,
think there's
let me
some
know
updates
if
to
there's
that.
been any big changes with that, because between, sinking time into Metroid Prime and way too much time into Ark again, I do want something that's like
I don't
another
think you
little...
played that much Ark, because every time I'm on Discord, your thing pops up saying you're starting the game again. So I don't know what you're doing, but you're not playing the game.
I'm definitely playing the game. I've in the last
2 weeks, he's put
week?
4,000 hours in.
And that's just opening the game up.
In the last week, I've easily sunk 38 hours into it.
Okay, that's too much.
One of the best things was when I was on the computer one morning just before work. We had like a later shift, and I think you were as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Brock was sick. He wasn't coming into work this day. And in the bottom right corner, you just see Brock is playing Sonic Adventure 2. And then 30 seconds later, Brock's playing Sonic Adventure 2. Brock's playing Sonic Adventure 2. It just kept popping up. I was like, bro,
That's
we
'cause
get
I
it. You're
wanted-
sick. Why are you launching Sonic Adventure 2 85 times?
It's my comfort game, and I was trying to get the controller support to work.
Come
For
it.
Also, we. So glad that was the Sonic one. The amount of times we've asked you to play new games,
and you just don't.
but you've also
I
bought
know.
I get you've got the Switch 2 and you want to use it, blah blah blah, whatever. You've bought 2 brand new games in the past 3 months. Play a good PC game. Play with the boys.
I am playing a good PC game. I'm playing Ark.
Oh, shut up.
No, me and the boys are playing Mimesis at the moment, the game where you go in, you loot hazardous factories and stuff, but the AI in the game listens to your voice and they try and attack you and they,
I think I saw the trailer for this.
yeah, very cool.
It
Still
was
early
big
access.
like a month ago, the trailer, and I saw some people playing it.
But yeah, as you're playing, the AI will come up to you and say things that you've said and just repeat it back to you. So you'll be walking around, you go, oh, I got separated with all my friends. A character will come up, say something that they would say, and then they just try and murder you. It has led to some very, very funny instances of just walking around aimlessly going, oh, I don't know who my friend is, and then they're all just screaming random nonsense at you because you're having conversations. Oh, it's pretty good fun. And for like $12, I think it was.
Yeah, I was going to buy that. I might buy that.
It's very interesting.
I might grab it.
One thing I was going to say about Metroid Prime just before we got off of it, I better not have fucking just forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, no, Metroid Prime 4, a lot of people are like, hey, it's the go-to Switch game. It's the best thing. And they've been using this as a selling point. It's the best game on Switch 2. That's not a selling point. There's like fucking 4 games.
Yeah, and look, I'm not going to
It's definitely
fall
one
into
of the
that
games.
much hyperbole. Like, there's more than 4 games. It's a good showcase of like, hey, here's why you should upgrade to a Switch 2 rather than stay with the Switch 1, I would say.
Because it's not released on
It's
the Switch 1?
not, it is, I would not call it, hey, if you're going to get a Switch 2, this is the game to get.
I've heard
I'm
a lot
not
of
gonna-
people
I'm not
say
gonna-
that, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it that.
The other thing I've seen is a lot of people being like,
I'd say
this is
it-
just a Switch 1 game that they said Switch 2 and put a bit higher FPS because it doesn't look amazing.
I could buy that for sure.
So it doesn't look that good?
No, it looks fine. It's just,
For an 18-year time gap?
I mean, I think we said earlier, if this had released in 2010, I'd be very, very happy with it back in 2010. But I mean,
PS3
Look,
game.
the original Metroid Prime on GameCube looked amazing for something on the GameCube.
Yes, it did. I'll give you
Prime
that.
2, I don't remember if it did much different in terms of like engine fidelity and changing all of that. I know that it was one of the first games I ever played where every time you started, it would ask you, hey, do you want to swap your TV into 50 hertz mode or keep it in 60 hertz mode? And I was just like, why the fuck would I go to 50 hertz? Give me 60 hertz.
Does the game play at 60 frames
Yes.
on PAL?
Yep.
Really?
Most GameCube games.
You could
other
change the
than-
hertz on those TVs? Like the old school ones?
I had a CRT at the time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Prime 3 played fine, looked fine. Motion controls were annoying, but that was just all motion controls basically. If this had released on, if this had been on the Wii U, I would have been stoked. On the original Switch, if it had come out, when it was kind of originally hinted, would have been, yep, awesome. I do know why some people are saying, like we were saying the other week, like this kind of looks like, comparing it to Halo 3, like it looks like something on the like 360.
Yeah.
I do get that. I haven't had a problem with how it looks.
No one's saying that there's a problem. It's just saying it's not really good enough. Just because it gets the job done and it's like, oh, it doesn't look bad. But also the thing is, this is a mainline pushing forward Nintendo game. This is one of their biggest properties. It's one that people have been looking forward to for 18 years.
It's one of the
and it looks like
big 3.
Yeah, it honestly, it looks like it could be a couple years after the last one.
I was going to say, you're very wrong.
I forgot Donkey Kong was a thing. Yes,
I wasn't even thinking Donkey Kong. He wasn't even in the list.
Mario?
Mario, Pokemon, Zelda.
I had completely forgotten Pokemon as well. Yeah, my brain was just instantly
You put Donkey Kong in the top 3?
No, I had Mario, Zelda, and then Metroid. Then I remembered Donkey Kong's the thing. I'd completely forgotten Pokemon.
You're an idiot.
Either way, that's. I think that's enough. That's
enough
Metroid
time on
Prime
Metroid.
4.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd like to see a bit more reviews and things about that come out, but it seems like it's very divisive. Not bad, just not anywhere as near as good as a lot of
I would
people are
like
saying.
you to, if you can, try and get
I
it
might
running
be
on
able
your
to-
Thor.
I think I can because I didn't know it was on the original Switch, but it looks like it is. So I'll
See what it,
That's actually quite hectic.
yeah.
yeah, see what it looks
And
like
you
on
could
that.
do-
That's how it works.
I mean, if it's got like the 1080, 120 hertz mode, I mean,
the original
Prime
Switch,
doesn't have that.
no.
Okay, that's fair.
The original Switch,
Also,
to my knowledge, because like one of the first things that pops up when you start Metroid Prime 4, sorry, we're still talking about Metroid Prime 4. One of the first things that pops up is like, hey, do you want to use this control method or the mouse method? And the next thing is, do do you want to run in 4K 60 hertz?
Yeah.
Or do you want to run 1080p 120 hertz?
I was going to say it doesn't matter. Even if that was an option, the Thor probably couldn't run it.
Yeah, which the original Switch, I'm willing to bet that screen doesn't pop up. It just goes, hey, what controller?
Default.
Yeah, basically.
Default.
What?
30,
720p.
720p, 30 frames. But yeah,
that's so shit.
That was that. So that's been Brock's big week. Another big thing that's just happened was the Streamer Awards.
Yeah. Streamer Awards.
Does anyone actually care? Do you know anyone that watches streamers, like legitimately?
Not really.
I see clips on TikTok and that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've watched anyone live in the last
I haven't watched anyone live in
year.
ages.
I have opened up Twitch in the last couple of months a number of times.
To get rewards?
Yes. Yes. Open up videos and just left them running on the other screen, muted every tab and just like, nah, not going to look at it. Check back every 20 minutes, like, how much longer? Okay.
I don't know if I'm just disconnected from this part of the internet or friends that aren't into that, but I just don't know anyone that watches streamers, like legitimately.
No.
I know one person that used to watch some a while ago, and that was Alicia.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jimmy also watches. He watches a lot of stuff for RuneScape and watches like how to figure stuff out and puzzles and all the rest of it. I'm pretty sure.
Is it streaming?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's like a new thing.
There's a really
I
big
get
Australian RuneScape streamer that he watches quite a bit. I think he's one of the mods in the Twitch chat.
that. Jimmy is. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been doing it for years.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a very
Interesting.
casual thing, though. I don't think it's.
He never talks about
The RuneScape? No, never.
No, not the RuneScape. He talks about
Twitch
RuneScape.
stuff.
He wears a fucking RuneScape hat. His Instagram profile's a RuneScape photo.
Brock wouldn't know. He doesn't have Instagram.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't. I'm proud of it.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, I just don't know that many people that watch streams. Like, I feel like it might be maybe a bit more American focused. A lot of my
1000%.
a lot of my adjacent hobbies are to do with it. Like a lot of YouTube stuff is to do with Twitch and things like that. But I've just never really seen many
I
people.
got asked the other day if we were going to start streaming. I was like, probably not.
Maybe
knows?
eventually we got the option, but I just don't know if there's much return on investment.
It involves
At,
Brock.
at where we are right now, no, not really.
It involves Brock buying and enjoying a new game.
Yeah. No, it involves Brock coming over here and me doing all the work.
And then Brock asking if I can play it with a mouse and keyboard on Halo.
Oh, bro. No, we can get some of that stuff sorted soon.
Looking back at it, I am watching streamers, but I'm not watching it live.
I've watched stuff
I definitely
not live before.
You probably, no, you might know. Rubik's Raptor. Do you know them? Cool.
No clue.
I've watched I haven't watched any of their live stuff, but I've definitely watched their full length, like archival stuff after the fact. And like some of it goes for 7 to 10 hours, and so it's something good that I can put on just in, not always in the background, but it's something I can have if I'm working on something else, and I can just like
my
have it.
base.
Do you think one reason that we're not really into streamers much, and a lot of people we know, because without sounding too rude, we actually have stuff going on in our lives?
We have full-time jobs.
Yeah, full-time jobs, and we're fairly busy. Because I feel like a lot. If you're keeping up with a streamer, how the fuck are you doing that? Unless you work from home job and got a second monitor, or you're just like a kid.
See, I don't even think it's that.
Even that, you're at school.
When did Twitch start? When did Twitch start to get really popular?
Well, I remember Twitch when it was Justin TV.
Well, I remember when it first started, but like when we were growing
and
up,
Ustream and stuff like that.
When we were growing up, I don't know what you were doing, throwing rocks and playing with sticks or something. I'm going to tie it back in. Is like all our gaming stuff that I watched was on YouTube.
Yeah.
So like it started off there, and then I think the next generation people, when Twitch started getting really popular, rather than watching YouTube videos, it was like, oh, we'll jump on Twitch and watch X do whatever the hell.
I remember like when I was like a teen and Twitch was first becoming a big thing, the people who were big were like Soda Poppin'. Remember him?
I haven't heard that name in a very long time.
Yeah, he's still around, but he was the biggest streamer and everything like that. And I think he's still around, does stuff, but that's nowhere near the case anymore.
Yeah.
And then even like you've even got to think like Ninja's not a big name in streaming anymore. He still streamed and gets a lot of viewers, but he also he made his bag. He's sorted.
Yeah, I saw some clip yesterday, and it was like It's like, oh, how much did you make from your creator code? And he goes, oh, one Christmas, like 1 December, you made 5 mil just from the creator code. I was like,
Which, if you don't know, do you know what the creator code is?
I can guess what it is.
What?
I'm assuming it's like you get oh no, that's partner stat or something. Never mind.
No, so creator code is literally on Fortnite. They would have like if you buy a skin, you put in a creator code and it would like
You
give a
get
percentage.
part of the revenue. Okay,
Yeah, they made it a ton.
Epic has it as part of their, like, they've actually integrated it into the Epic launcher now, where it's just like, hey, type in the code thing. I have seen that. Yeah, now
Rocket League's got it now. You do it, and rather than doing every time you make a purchase, it's set for 30 days. So anything you make, which is good, also terrible.
Do they get something on their end for doing that? Like a bit cheaper or something? Like, I don't know.
I don't know what it is. Like if you have a skin, you obviously get a percentage of the revenue from that. And then people who buy your skin with a code, you probably get a little bit more or whatnot. But
like the people who buy it, like what's the incentive? Besides supporting.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just thought maybe there's some incentive for them to do
how
it
much
besides
they
supporting.
earn on all of that. I would also be interested to see how much they get taxed on all of that as well.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting, especially for people like, for example, you're Australian and that's income from America.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Twitch in Australia depending how you set it up, it gets paid into your PayPal account.
Yeah, well, that's what was the case with
Our resident streamer.
Yeah, Miss Impossible that we know.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I was probably watching.
I've watched.
Miss Impossible.
Does she She said her name on stream before, right?
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to assume what her name is.
Just call her Miss Impossible.
Emma.
Miss M.
Miss M. What I was going to say, a funny thing I saw a while ago on TikTok was, you wouldn't know any of the FaZe guys now, would you? No. FaZe is a completely different group to what it used to
I
be.
know maybe one of them, and I think his name's Rug.
Yeah, that's one of the old ones. So FaZe is a big streaming org now, essentially.
Content hub.
Real, like they died and they came back crazy in the last like 24 months. Okay. They're really big now. One of the guys in FaZe is called FaZe Lacey. And I saw a clip of him a while ago and he said, back when Fortnite creator codes were big in that, he had a creator code and he made a fuck ton of money off of it because it was all these kids who were putting in the creator code for Lockie, who's an Australian guy and really big Fortnite guy. And they couldn't spell Lockie properly, so they put in Lacey. And he was making like 20, 30K a month or something off of people not being able to spell Lockie.
Same thing happened with Laserbeam. Is like there was a creator whose name was Laser, which is Lazer.
Mm-hmm.
His is AR. So this kid has just got his bag for like, I don't know, the last 3 or 4 years because they can't spell his name properly. So that's why he's tattooed on his arm now. So if you look at his stream, it says Code Laser and it's spelled with 2 A's.
Yeah.
It's like he's just like some kid. He's requested Fortnite to change it. He's requested Epic to change it. He goes, he's doing his thing. He's a creator with that spelling.
Yeah.
Game's a game.
What can you do? Oh, well. But we didn't talk about the actual drama. So you talk about this band. You probably know a little bit more than most people.
So I've been playing Arc Raiders a lot. And one of the big names in Arc Raiders at the moment is the Burnt Peanut, who has been going absolute ballistic with his streams regarding Arc Raiders. He's been playing with people like Ninja and Tim the Tapman and a bunch of other people like Cloaksy and stuff. Not to follow too much into them.
Just saying names. And
yes.
I don't know any of these people.
But he puts on a funny voice. He's obviously loosely termed, coined a VTuber, I think, because it's just he's a peanut.
It's a digital
PNG.
avatar.
Correct, yes. He was nominated for VTuber / of the year.
Yep.
At
Content
the
creator of the year or whatever.
No, it was
just VTuber of the year. There's been a bit of backlash because he doesn't seem to, associate himself as a VTuber. He just hides his face. And
it's more of a filter.
Yeah.
Which, just going to say straight away, wanting to protect some of your anonymity. Thank you. Online, 100% can get behind that.
Yep. All right, we're back. We had a bit of a mishap. It's very hot today and one of the cameras decided to turn off. Thank you, $10,000 Sony camera. All right, so we were talking about
Burnt Peanut.
The Burnt Peanut.
Burnt Peanut. So I don't remember what we got up to. We'll just go work it from there.
Yeah.
He does not consider himself a VTuber.
No. Correct. Funnily enough, he won the award for Best VTuber this year at the Streamer Awards, which, quite funny, whole fan base hates VTubers. He himself does not like them either. Technically, he is one because it's a virtual avatar filter.
That's the thing that I saw on Twitter was a lot of VTubers were saying that he's not a VTuber. And that's why they were getting angry at it.
Because he won the award for best. Yeah.
Well, they're saying, well, no, he just has a filter on. And he's still got his face and his eyes. Like, he's got his mouth and his eyes. And it's not an actual virtual avatar and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I think you're getting a bit pedantic there.
It sounds like sore loser.
It does. It sounds like butthurt.
And it's not even people who were nominated that are complaining either. It's people that who also have their own avatars and doing that sort of stuff.
I've seen some people like boasting, we'll call it, about how much they've spent on some of those digital avatars.
I've also seen that.
Stupid amount of money.
Yeah, like 10K and sometimes, things like that.
Which I get how it gets to that point. Also, it's not too difficult to learn how to rig something.
No.
I just think it's just actually making the model. I don't think,
But even then, like, it's depending on how detailed it is, not worth $10,000.
Yeah, no, it's, I don't know, but I saw a lot of people getting very butthurt about it. And I also saw a lot of people saying he's not a VTuber because it's not anime themed. I'm sorry, what? That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just because VTubing is 99.9% all anime focused.
Aesthetic, yeah.
And I feel like the first VTuber was, do you remember Gizzard AI? It was the Japanese VTuber chick. This was like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
This was before the whole big train, like in COVID, where VTubers first really started.
Yeah.
And that was the first one that I feel like was really blowing up, and it was just a Japanese idea where they're like, oh, let's just make it was like a fully motion tracked chick who just did the voice for this anime chick.
Yeah.
And
I don't remember it.
And I feel like VTubing very much appeals to people who are very much in that anime demographic because it is anonymity, probably very socially awkward in ways, or not even that, just being maybe a bit more cautious about identity and
self-conscious.
Yeah, very self-conscious, things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that stuff, but also it seems very quick to, when you're not with us, fuck you type of deal, at least seeing from this.
A lot of comments I also saw on Twitter were going on about you can't call him a VTuber because he doesn't push the genre forward or anything like that. Like, it's not, he doesn't support other VTubers. Like, he doesn't have to.
No.
He doesn't have to do it at all. Like, technically that Marcus from VR Chat is technically a VTuber, even though it's a character that's running around doing whatnot, but it's just a virtual fucking avatar. Get over it.
Yeah, honestly, I think there's a lot of people who've got...
It's a womp womp.
Yeah, honestly.
That's all it is.
I sort of get being like, oh, fuck you. You won this and you think it's not even like a proper thing and you hate people. I get that idea. People getting annoyed that the Burt Peanut doesn't really like VTubers and is kind of clowning on them.
Yeah.
But I get that, being like, oh, you're making a mockery of this. But at the same time, like, it's not that deep. It's fucking streaming.
How is the award decided? Like, how does, like, not the nominations.
That's a big thing, is that everyone's saying it's rigged. Like, there's been a big thing this year saying, oh, it's supposed to be like, I think it's public voting, and I think there's also, it's sort of like Game Awards, I think, where there's some people that also decide, but I think it's mostly public voting.
Okay.
And the Burt
So
Peanut
it's the
just
vocal
won.
minority is like kicking up a stink.
Yes. Yeah.
There was a lot of controversy a few weeks ago. I think it was Moist Critical, maybe, saying that he wanted to see, maybe it wasn't Moist Critical, one of those guys.
No, it was XQC, I think.
Yeah, one of them was like, I want to see how the voting is. I want back of house access. I want to see how the voting's decided to make sure it's
I think
not
it was
like
XQC.
They'll pay money and donate to whatever charity you want if we can find out how the votes are actually calculated, and if they're not just, oh yeah, the group that are deciding the other streamers hosting the awards are going, we think this person should win. They were like, give us access. I want to see the public voting in real time. Won't say anything about it. I just want to see how it works to make sure it's legit.
Streaming, at least with a lot of people who win these awards, seems like it's a very insulated, like LA style group of people.
Yeah.
And they might not be friends with each other, but it's a very, very cliquey. So I feel like at least a lot of the stuff I'm seeing from the awards is like, a lot of these people think they're way more important than they are. You might be making a ton of money and things like that, but they think they're fucking massive. But then also on the other side of things is, I'd highly doubt you're keeping up with this at all, but I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here UK.
God, yeah.
Just wrapped up. Do you know what I'm talking about here?
About.
So they did the general thing. Like, I've never really been a person who watches I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It's just trashy TV.
I knew it was a thing, but I've never watched it.
Yeah, exactly. So the UK version, they just did in Australia this year. They did around the corner. And they did an interesting thing, because in the general, like, traditional media, streaming YouTubers, things like that, have always been looked down on.
Yep.
They decided this time they actually put in a UK streamer called Angry Ginge.
I know that name. Why do I know that name?
I don't know why you would know him because he's more of like a FIFA, very big into Manchester United, like in football.
United.
Yeah, big football boy. They had like another guy in there, like a rapper named H, who's like a friend of his and all that.
Big in the UK scene.
Big in the UK, like adjacent to like the Sidemen, KSI, all that type of crew. Angry Ginge destroyed it on this show. People fucking loved him.
Wow,
and at the start, everyone was like, "Oh, he's just a fucking YouTuber. He's mostly streamer on Twitch."
Yep.
And he's a really funny guy. And people started liking him. All the celebrities on there even looked down at him. And then they're like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty cool." And they had some big players on there. They had some big people like Jack Osborne and like a few other decent sized people who are very famous. And he just won it. Ended up winning it, and everyone, like no one has been angry with it. It was the most people they've had vote on the show in a decade. And the most viewers that they've had in years, and it just shows how much the online space needs to be honestly be respected. I think it's actually a probably pretty big step.
Because I think there was a big controversy saying like, why would you put someone in there? Because obviously the people in the jungle or wherever the hell they were didn't probably know him at all beforehand.
No, I don't think anyone knew him besides one other guy and H.
Besides his mate that was on it.
Yeah, and one other guy,
and
I
like,
think.
They're going, oh yeah, we're all celebrities, we did this, that, blah, blah, blah. And then like the boomer crowd that usually watches that type of reality show is like, who the hell is this guy? And then he comes around to win the whole thing because of public voting. It's like,
and he's slowly won them over.
Yep.
So this is one of those times where I feel like, okay, he's not a big ego guy. He's just the Manchester lad who is just having fun streaming, blah, blah. He's not like a lot of these American LA streamers who think they're God's gift to earth.
Yeah.
But I think that really pays off because people really connected with him. And there's that many clips on there where he's just taking the piss out of these celebrities who've got no clue about anything.
I think I did see he had like a heart-to-heart talking with Jack Osborne as well, like having like a proper chat. That's the first I saw.
Well, that's the
him
other
on
thing. He could also do the inverse, and he wasn't always just being silly. He did a lot of that, but also had proper talks and sit-downs and like really, well, I don't know how to explain
very
it.
human interactions.
Yes. Yeah, wasn't fake.
Just very quickly.
Yep.
It's only semi-connected because we're talking about reality TV now. Do you think that like part of like why they're so surprised, like, oh, I can't believe he like won this, blah, blah, is because they did not realize how far reality TV has sort of like fallen out of focus?
No,
because I know there's still plenty of people that watch reality TV. That seems to be all live to like
a lot of
TV.
A lot of the time, why they were surprised is they didn't think they realized the caliber of these online celebrities.
Untapped potential, getting a younger celebrity in to draw in the younger.
He's 24 years old. This is him here. If you've seen a picture of him before, you got like a very classic like Manchester accent.
He looks somewhat familiar, but
he's just an average bloke. He's cool.
No, to scroll up a little bit.
Look at that.
Scroll up a little bit there. He's done a lot of stuff with the McLaren F1 team as well.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But
you've got no interest.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But
not in that.
I think it was one of those things where the UK I'm a Celebrity team and whoever decides who they're booking.
The young intern.
Yeah. They've got him on like, oh, fuck it, we're probably struggling to get people. And it was the best decision they had. I would not be surprised that if you see a trend from all of the I'm a Celebrity shows, all the reality shows where they got celebrities involved, where they try and get online people.
See,
I have been actively looking to try and see because I want to see more stuff from me. It's funny that he's putting out there.
I am now just like what I was going to bring up before about like sort of reality TV sort of circling the drain almost.
Yeah.
Was that I do think it was like it was mainly just being kept alive by a boomer audience. It was like people
your age.
It is the boomer reality TV is the boomer version of TikTok.
Yeah, no, I can see that because it all got really big about 25 years ago with Survivor when that first started coming out, and then
OG Survivor was hype though,
and then American Idol and all those big shows started coming out.
For
Big
Australia
Brother
at the moment, like I know it was big, well, like through COVID and that, but like maths was
maths. It goes off with the older crowd.
It even goes off like
which
actually,
if you're not aware what that is,
I know younger people that are.
Like I'd watch parts that were on and I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. I like just watching where they all fight each other at like the Sunday ding.
Yeah,
just very quickly for the viewers and listeners, if you're not aware what maths is, it is an Australian show, Married at First Sight. is
See, I got
literally.
some overseas ones.
Oh,
'cause
it does?
It was one of the more popular ones of
But
last year.
the Australian one is also very popular overseas because just how we interact with each other. Like I know
And
it's
because of
massive
the
in
absolute,
the UK.
the absolute bogans we get on there as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically the show is, hey, we'll get a bunch of people who are absolutely incapable of going on second dates by themselves under their own will and power.
It was people who just couldn't get a partner properly.
Yeah.
Or not even
we're
that.
gonna,
Just
we're
people
gonna
who
throw them together.
It's like we've done research. This person should be compatible with this person. They put them together and see how they go, and then people cheat, and then they go to other partners and blah blah blah.
Yeah, and quite often it seems
it's
like
trash slop TV, but you also do get hooked into it.
we partnered these people because according to our numbers they should do well together. By the way, they also have completely conflicting personalities.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
And then they get married at first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Literally, they meet each other at the altar.
Yeah, not a word of a lie.
Which I actually, when we used to go out with my old work group, the bar we'd go to, they'd have drag bingo on. The drag queen there that was who hosted the bingo is also a celebrant.
Oh, okay.
Used to be, I think it was like the first or second season of Maths, was a celebrant on the show, and they're like, yeah, this is what actually happens, this is what not happens. There's just long ass days, and they don't actually technically get married because obviously that's not okay.
Yeah,
but
no, it's
crazy.
like that with a lot of reality TV. I had a few opportunities to do video editing for reality TV and go into a career with that. I decided against it because there's people I knew who had been in that or knew people who did it, and it's like, this is the most soul-sucking job.
Yeah.
You have got to deliberately twist narratives, put in fake points, and do deceptive editing, and it was just not for the faint of heart. The people who do it are very similar to paparazzi.
It is something that like I've had because my partner's a really big RuPaul
Drag Race
fan.
yeah, it's hectic.
It's a good show.
It's very hectic.
But I do instantly know what you mean by like there are things where like they will the people editing that show have their own agenda. They will twist things to suit them. It is not just like
Money.
yes, that is
Money
the big,
and
that is
views,
the big,
Brock.
yeah.
Have you ever watched a reality show where there isn't drama the whole season? No,
because it's not fun.
They
It's
fabricate it.
not
Exactly.
engaging. But like I've had an argument with Laura a couple of times about how there is no way that person said that on air about that thing that has been taken from a completely separate point and just what's it called, frankenbiting, where they like interject
Never fucking heard that.
either.
frankenbite, yeah, they basically like they clip
It's like Frankenweenie. Remember that Tim Burton movie?
they clip like two
I
disconnected
know how
things
it
and,
works. Like in math.
they do it all the time. Yeah.
Maths.
Yeah, maths. No, well, that same thing. When F1 got its Netflix series Drive to Survive, they were cutting stuff up from completely different races about drivers talking about other drivers mid-race over the radio, and then making it this big dramatic clash for one of like episode 4 or something, saying like one team's driver was also talking about a completely different person, but they directed it so it was about his teammate mid-race. He's like, oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's going to hit me. A whole different race, like 6 months later, and everyone's like, we heard that radio call. We know that's not true. And then you watch the episode and they're like, oh yeah, like, yeah, he said this. And it's like, yeah, but in the trailer, it says one thing. In the episode, it's talking about the actual thing. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. Very dramatic show though. They twist that shit up out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I watched a couple episodes of that show. I think I'll start watching it again. Is that what got you into F1?
No, I had friends when I worked at Optus that did that.
Okay, because 90% of people I know who are into F1 is because of Drive to Survive.
Yes, because that was 2019, 2018, I think, something
like that. Yeah,
whenever they changed the new era for the cars, a lot of people got into that. A lot of people stay with that because all the drivers are attractive.
Yes,
that's 85% of.
Yep.
Which, if that's what gets you into it, awesome. More seats,
more butts and seats.
That's the one. I had something to say back on the celebrity thing.
Frickin' go. Shoot off, bro.
So, I was talking about this with Alicia today because also one of the YouTubers that we follow is on the UK Dancing with the Stars, George Clark, also in that same group with Sidemen and all that. I was like, he's getting pretty far through the finals, and I was like, how is it decided? Is it public voting, or is it like the judges judge it?
Well, the way
thing?
I understood it was like you vote with a SMS.
It's not
or some
2009,
bullshit
Brock.
like that.
It's different now.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure it is.
50
I'm
cents
sure
per vote.
You
or
scan the
whatever.
QR code in the bottom of the corner and submit your vote through there. I think that's actually how it's done. But I was like, how is it decided? Is it do they vote? Do the public vote, and then that's the dancers that get through? Because I was like, isn't that a little bit unfair if you have attractive male from YouTube with millions and millions of fans watching this show for him, then bumping the numbers up versus the other celebrities who aren't as popular with the current crowd?
Well, there's the inverse of that is that the other people who are on that show have a more traditional fan base, which is probably a lot larger and a lot of people know them.
Yeah.
So just because they've got a smaller fan base that is more active online, that's fine. But also, I will say with Dancing with the Stars, like we're talking about fucking shitty TV at the moment.
We really are.
Okay,
we'll
we
get
can
off
spit it back
it
into
in a
dance.
sec. But with Dancing with the Stars opposed to I'm a Celebrity is that you don't really get to know the personality of the person. It's just them behind the scenes learning to dance, blah, blah, blah. The reason why Angry Ginger won I'm a Celebrity is because a lot of it is a popularity contest.
Yeah.
And he's made a lot of people get into him because he just got to show off his personality.
Yes.
And people really like that. Where Dancing with the Stars, George Clark is just, he's just like a fit young guy.
Well,
So
I
they'd be
think-
like, oh, he's attractive, I'm going to vote for him. And like, oh, they did a good dance. No one fucking cares about the dancing or Dance with the Stars. Does anyone actually care about that show?
No, the last look.
I will say he's very good. He got that.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
But like, I think there's a lot more. Like back, I'm thinking like very early, like back when Grant Denyon stuff was on Dancing with the Stars years
fuck,
ago.
I remember that.
They do the little thing where it's like, oh, he learning to dance. It's like, here's the dance. They've got like a whole second and third show now based around that. There's like a thing where they all sit down and have like a podcast and like there's like heaps of levels.
they're
And I'm
trying
like, they're obviously
Trying to
milking
expand on it, yeah.
But also, I was like, I don't know if it's fair if they're judged based on the number of votes versus what the judges score. Apparently, it's a good mix of both with how they do it. It's like if you're in an elimination, you get X or Y. I don't know. Just thought it was a bit of an interesting topic.
What were you going to say?
I don't remember. Wasn't important. Move on. Thank you.
What's next? I was in Darling Harbour this
You
week.
were in Darling Harbour this week.
I was in Sydney this week.
days.
I went to see, I was in Sydney for 4 days. I went to go
Too
see
long.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard
Ooh.
G'la.
three times. G'la, monster, woo. These were probably the best concerts I've ever been to in my life. And I had to think about that. I'm like, oh, did I really like them? Going to sleep last night, I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, okay, they were fucking hectic. So for people who don't know, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is a Melbourne band.
Mm-hmm.
They started in like 2010, like a semi-underground rocky fusion, jazz, rock, like everything band. You go and see them live and they played with an orchestra. Then they had a metal song. Then they had a really somber song. Then they had like a very psychedelic song, like psychedelic rock, which is more than what they do. They're a bit of everything. And they slowly came up in the early 2010s in Melbourne. I found out about them like really early on. A guy I went to school with who was a massive fan of their first album, like in 2012. I didn't know this. The reason they really popped off, so they went to America and became really big. They won like a music contest in Australia and Carlton Dry gave them 50 grand.
That's actually kind of hectic.
So they went to America and they used that to record their album I'm In Your Mind Fuzz, which is like a lot of people consider like their first really, really, really good album. And from there, they just started really growing. Like they're fucking massive. They tour America all year long. This is the first time they've been back in Australia. I'm pretty sure they all still live here in like 3 years. So,
It's a lot of that's a lot of touring.
They do a lot. Lizard is a massive fan of them, like her favorite band. And I was like, one of their albums is like one of my favorite albums, and I really like them. So I was like, yeah, I'll go see them.
I always thought they were I thought they were around for a lot longer.
No,
'Cause
they're in their early mid 30s.
Yeah. Up
got a lot of
until
music.
like you playing a lot of it before we record usually. Up until that, you are the only other time, that I've heard them other than you playing it there.
Yeah.
I've only ever heard of them once before, which was a throwaway comment made by Randy Feltface, a puppet comedian thing.
You would like Randy Feltface.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Just a throwaway comment he made about like King Gizzard
and the Lizard Wizard.
I can't say it. That's the only other time I've heard of them. And it was one of those things where you hear the name and like my brain immediately went, oh yeah, they're an 80s band or something, blah, blah, because it sounds like an 80s band.
Yeah, I could sort of see that.
The name at least. But
I heard an interview a while ago with Stu McKenzie, who's like one of the main guitarists and the lead singer of the band. And he was talking about how King Giz was always their side project because they were all Melbourne artsy, like all went to music school. There's, there used to be more members. Like they had 2 drummers, one of the drummers left, but they all were in different groups, different bands, things like that. And this was like the band they just, we're going to stuff around. Let's go into this one. They had like 15 members. They all rotated. And he said that they literally just tried to think of the most stupid name. But the one thing they'll say is that when you hear that name, you don't forget it.
No.
And that's exactly what I thought. I had not, till about like maybe 6 years ago, I hadn't thought of King Gizzard like prior to 2019 for about 7 years, but I never forgot that name. Never forgot that fucking name. Because it's a very striking, but it gives you an idea.
Alliteration as well.
Exactly. But to give you a little bit of a breakdown of them, they've been around for 15 years. They've released, I think, 27 albums. Or maybe it's 30 or something. It's ridiculous. There's been 2 years where they've released, I think, 5 albums each year. So I wanted to see them. They had their most recent album was with an orchestra. So they did it at the Opera House and they did it around the world. Went and saw them there. Phenomenal. And then they had 2 shows at Enmore Theatre, which is a very old theatre in
Newtown
in Sydney.
Hectic there.
It was insane. So easy to get up to the front. The thing I want to say about King Giz is that they're really big in Australia. They are fucking massive in America.
Really?
I got there early. I got a message from one of my mates who actually works at Triple J, and he was like, "Hey, I can't get to the concert early enough. If you're there early, can you get up in line and get me a poster?" Because I had these exclusive posters, 300 of them over the 2 nights.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, sure. I had a look. It's hectic. I ended up getting one. Really lucky. There's another story to do with that. But we got there early, and I'm in line with Lizard. But when I say Lizard, I'm talking about my girlfriend, because we're going to get confused with this. And we wrap around the corner of Enmore, and there's like 150 people there, like an hour before doors open. And the band doesn't start for another like 2.5 hours after doors open.
Yep.
Because there's 2 openers and things like that. We get in the line, like, fuck, there's a lot of people here. Maybe we won't get the posters. In line for King Giz, in front of me, there is like 3 or 4 American people who all don't know each other who have flown over just for this concert.
Right.
The whole night, legitimately, no joke, I reckon there was at least 100, 200 Americans who flew in just for the show. And then they're going to the Melbourne one and the Brisbane one. They're massive, extreme fanatic fans.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so there was a few people there like, yeah, I've seen them 10 times this year. They're like roadies. They literally will just follow them around. Following them from America to Australia, that's crazy work.
Yeah. I mean, look.
So expensive.
Yes.
It is.
So expensive.
We're talking, I just had a sudden realization in the back of my head also. We're talking about this like sort of in awe of the people that are doing this. Like they're that devoted. And yet, just before we were talking about streamers and VTubers and that, like, which would have fans who are just as devoted, but
music artists have talent.
Yeah, I will say.
Oh, you're gonna.
I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna get some more comments for that one.
King Giz is, I think, one of the
the
best performing, most artistic, most creative bands in so fucking long.
I'm not talking about the talents of the actual
I get what you
object
mean.
of devotion.
But,
I'm more talking about how devoted the fans are. I'm removing what they're devoted to.
Oh no, I understand, but that's why I'm saying I feel like there's so many people who are so into them.
Yes. But I mean, like, they're willing to drop that much money to travel from America over to here and then follow the band around Australia.
I can see your point, because it's sort of like, rather than
they're spending that much money, but then when we look at, someone who's dropping, I'm going to pick what's a big VTuber, Iron Mouse.
Yeah.
People who are
surprised you pulled that out of somewhere,
dropping thousands upon thousands of dollars on them every month, if not soon.
That's different though.
It is because we look at them and we instantly go simp rather than
But the thing is with King Giz, if you're going out if you're spending thousands of dollars to go see King Giz like 5 times, you've just seen 5 phenomenal shows.
Yes.
And you got stories, and you're traveling to another country, and you're doing
there's
this,
so
you're
many
doing that.
things.
You're not in your underwear.
I have also never been to a concert where there is so much community. You're in the line. King Giz is really big on bootlegging. So they're like, hey, you can go press copies of our album and sell them. That's completely fine. All their live shows, like for example, where we work, we sell King Gizzard albums. We sell bootleg versions that are official bootlegs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
One cool thing is, I give it a few months, there will be a vinyl record of, maybe not the Opera House show because it's got the symphony and I think there might be some copyright problems there. The Enmore shows, there will be a vinyl of that, probably by some random underground like music label that has bootlegged it, because they release all the stems, all the recordings of the show online. They stream all their shows.
That's cool.
You can watch them on YouTube. They've got a guy on stage with he's got just like a A7S3 or something and like a 24-70, and he just goes around, follows them while they're playing, and they got a couple other people there, and they got like a A10 Mini, so sort of like my Rodecaster video switcher thing, and he just does it live there. So they release all of that. When we were in line, that it felt really like what the stories you'd hear about, like parents, grandparents in the 50s, 60s, 70s, like going to concerts, and there's way more community. We're in the line.
It's the midnight launch video we watched last
Well, sort
week.
of like that, but it was people coming up and they're like selling. She's like, "Oh, do you guys want like a King Gizzard like wristband or something like that?" So it's free. You can just have it, and just like guys who come out and just do that. There was one point where on the second night that I'm there, because I took a lot of photos, is that the King Gizzard's up performing and I'm there with Lizard next to me. We're rocking out or whatever, and there's a guy in front of me who's really getting into it. And a guy leaves in front and he's got a big space and he just turns around, he grabs me and he pushes me in front and like gives me the closest space to the stage. We were like maybe 1.5 meters away. So
that's awesome.
I'm like, I was like, oh no, thanks man, thanks. I'll stick with my girlfriend, and I get him back and he's like, oh yeah, no worries, bro. And there's another time I was taking photos and a guy comes over and taps me on the shoulder. He's like, yeah, good job, man. He's like, I saw you taking photos of Ambrose in that song. He's really good in that one. Good on ya. And I was like, a lot of really good vibes there. I was like, this is really cool. There's a couple of little shit things, but you're always going to see that at concerts.
Well, that leads into my next question. We went to Metallica, 2 weeks ago now?
2-3 weeks ago, yep.
Etiquette, Metallica versus Giz, what's...
People who went to Giz shows
Yeah.
know Giz songs.
Yeah, fair.
So many people at Metallica they knew 3 or 4 things and they were just being dickheads and didn't have an idea, where basically everyone there knew what was going on. Like, it was... Metallica's my favorite band. I think, give it some time, I think King Giz is going to go up there, because I've got a lot more appreciation for a lot of their songs now. They were really, really, really good live. I like their merch. Got a Soccer Out.
Got a couple.
I got a few things. Only thing I will say, this is a double XL. I went and bought a ton of merch. I bought like $500 worth of merch.
Yep.
I got like this hat and I got a few shirts. I got everything. I was like, I'm gonna get XL because I like a bigger fit. Everything is very tight on me. Like, fucking hell, these.
I was going to say,
saw
I
that look.
pulled them up towards me and they would look tight on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they were like, whoa, okay. So I sort of wished I could have
Now I
swapped
want to
some
make a
over.
comment.
Don't.
But I
Speaking of...
Bad, Ben. Bad.
wasn't able to. I'm just trying to think of anything else from these shows. If you ever get the chance to go see King Gizzard live, highly, highly, highly recommend it. Great show.
Gila.
Gila Monster. They played all of that album except for Gila Monster.
So fucking annoying.
But I mean,
So annoying.
I really like Gila Monster, but the rest of those songs are
They are all hectic.
a lot better with like guitar and things that make me really like it. They played. We're only going to go Wednesday, Friday to go see them, and then just before we went, I went to Lizard. I was like, hey, I just found out. I was talking to my mate Campbell, and he said that there's actually a show on Thursday, and she's like, what? I didn't see that advertised. Show on Thursday. I still had tickets. It's like, fuck it, let's get some. There wasn't any on Friday. Went in. They played basically all the songs I wanted, and they played all of half of her favorite album and all the ones that she wanted. She's like, that was so lucky, because they've got hundreds of songs.
Yeah.
And I was like, they don't play the same songs every night. Like, the next night was completely different. The night in Brisbane they did was completely different. The next one's going to be completely different. They'll have a couple of things that they might overlap with. But it was it was phenomenal. I can't recommend that enough. I think it was by far the best experience. Got some hectic photos as well.
Yeah, I did see them. They are very, very hectic.
And just in and out. It was just really good. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, just good job. Gilla Monster.
What
they
type
played
of music do you listen to, Brock? We've asked this before multiple times.
Yeah.
A lot of electronica,
Crush 40.
techno, weirdly a lot of dance music, honestly.
He's a big
I was going to
he's
say
a big
who's
Rig Ram fan.
I was going to say who is your top Spotify artist for the
I
rap?
don't use Spotify.
Also, fuck Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a King Gizzard fan, fuck.
Yeah, I just went to
Spotify.
check something on there and I was like, that's right, they removed everything.
Yeah. I've been actually, not to cut you off.
Do it.
You're going to do it anyway.
I'm going to do it anyway. This has got to do with King Giz and not. King Giz removed all their music off Spotify about 4 or 5 months ago. That was more in protest to just how shitty Spotify is with artists. They don't pay them anything.
Nope.
Like per stream, it's like 0.000034 cents or something. It's like, it's a joke. You won't make money off Spotify.
No. You get exposure.
Yeah, but
you don't.
it's
Got to get on the playlist, man.
exactly. So a while ago, I got YouTube Premium because I wanted to skip ads. That also gives you YouTube Music. I've started using YouTube Music because King Giz is on there and been listening to some other stuff. Man, I fucking rate YouTube Music. It's really good. I really recommend it.
I don't pay for my Spotify Premium, so
yeah. I mean, like it's just really good. I mean, like if Spotify just paid their artists good,
$1.
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be that much, it's like, yeah, but decent. It would be like the ultimate platform, but YouTube Music is really good. Like, I really recommend that. Like, especially just going on, like, I'm starting to think I might just completely convert from everything. And that's exactly what King Giz wanted. They were getting people onto other platforms that fuck Spotify off, and a lot of them are honestly better because they're trying to compete with them.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with YouTube Music, and the online player was really good, and everything I've done with it's been great. And you get it with YouTube Premium. It's the best combo you can get.
I still miss
LimeWire.
no, I think it was just cool. I think it was just
Napster.
called Google Music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that would be what it is.
It is that now, but yeah, no, they discontinued Google Music.
You think of like the orange triangle from
Play
like
Music.
the old, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. That was hectic.
Yeah.
I
miss
actually-
that.
J5 Mini. God, that was good. Tying it back to games, Brock's pointing at the board. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Game of the when this releases, Game Awards is the following day.
Next day, yep.
We're not going to go through all of them again. There's too many. Do we have any final revisions on what we think Game of the Year is going to be?
Jog my memory on, I know Silk Song, Claire
It's
Obscure.
going to be Claire Obscure.
Yeah.
Game of the Year will be Claire Obscure.
I think Donkey Kong is another nominee. There is also Hades 2. There is Death Stranding, and I think we mentioned all the other ones.
Actually, I want to quickly mention a clip went up recently where we were talking about Game of the Year nominees, and I said Claire Obscure, and I was talking about how good I thought Silk Song was, but I thought it was a bit bare compared to the other games because it's just like a Metroidvania side scroller. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying content-wise compared to these other games, it's a lot more lacking because it's an indie game. It's just the style of the game. People went fucking ballistic about that.
Oh yeah, because it's their little indie darling, and that's what people
and it's
do.
like, bro,
Watch the rest of the clip.
the whole clip, I'm talking about how good it is. I just say it's a little bit bare because of just comparative. I mean, like
the scale of the other games up for nomination.
compared. Like it's not saying it's worse. It just is. That's what it
just
is.
smaller.
That's like
It's an
saying
indie game.
Balattro's bare compared to GTA 5 because it is. And not saying that Balattro's a bad game. It's one of my favorite games.
Played more Balatro than GTA 5 this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, same. But people were going fucking ballistic about that. It's like, bro, calm your fucking farm.
Oh no, people won't. People think they're.
Clip it.
We've done it as well. We think our opinion's far more important.
Oh, yeah.
Than what it
Yeah, we have a
actually is.
gaming podcast.
Yeah.
Tom can afford all this equipment.
Yes.
That's it. That's our top
Yeah.
comment
People,
as well.
the internet has unfortunately given people an unfair, well, not even unfair, an unrealistic view of how weighted their opinion is. And it's just like, no, it's an opinion. It's a fart in the wind. Like, spout it and piss off.
Just got a comment from Oscar Mundy Manager on one of our TikTok clips saying this pod is just the first guy talking it and the other two just nod their head and say yeah, and then a ton of dead roses, which is like
The Wither.
it's like saying just shit on TikTok. Yeah, right.
That's cool.
Because I'm always right.
I actually had someone
good
that
your
we worked
interaction.
with say that to me in person after our Pokemon episode
Yeah.
about how I was talking about it, and then you brought up a bunch of criticism of it, and apparently I just sat there going, yeah, okay.
I think it's
Which was not that I was. It's not that I was completely agreeing with you. It was more just I wanted to stop you, waiting for you to finish talking so that I could talk.
Yeah, and say something.
Yes.
I just also think people are I mean, there are clips that it's definitely Tom heavy, but it's also just the way
100%.
I think it's how it presents on the page, because obviously it's very depends who
it's-
the main talker is. That's what,
And it'll have my face on there.
and then you see like there'll be like 4 of Brock when he's talking about a new Nintendo game, and then I have a couple there. But then you watch the clip, it doesn't start with Tom in the thing. It'll be one of us talking, and then it's just what happens is the thumbnail.
Yeah, you can't. A lot of the comments we get on the TikTok about saying content-wise, it's
I like
it's
the one
very
with the curly hair.
yeah, it's very dependent on just that clip. It's like if you watch the context of the episode, what you've said has just been completely debunked
Yeah.
from XYZ, but they're never going to watch it. Like, I don't expect people to be.
Watching the YouTube videos.
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
It's not what they're here for.
yeah, no,
No,
you're
they're not
on
gonna-
TikTok.
We don't fact check. Why should they?
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
But I think it's
Fair.
very funny, and I think we should do this in like some sort of YouTube video where
We
we
should get this the brick wall background from was the Jimmy Fallon,
yeah, the Jimmy Fallon. Oh, we can do that with just with the green screen.
Jimmy Kimmel.
But
they're all the same person.
whatever. But we need to do like one of those comment videos because there's so many that contradict each other, saying, "Oh, these guys just complain about this. These guys just suck this dick all the time." It'd be like, let's just say Pokemon, because we brought that up a few times in the last few months. It'd be like, all you do is complain about Pokemon. It's a kid's game, and then if you talk about it, and be like, why do you guys like? It's not that good. Why do you keep saying that this game's good? And then it's always back and forth.
I
It's
can't
like,
wait
you
for this to
can't
be
win.
a clip and it just cuts. It's like
Yeah.
it's just they not in any context correctly at all.
Yeah, but no, you're never going to
Oh,
win.
dear.
It's fine. I'm happy how we're going, honestly.
No,
you,
it's-
you're going to
Had
get
a-
that many people online and they'll just have whatever. And
I-
my favorite thing is I look at a couple of these clips and all these people who comment stuff and they'll be like, whatever. There's times when you're like, oh, fuck, that hurt. And then you're like, actually, I don't care.
We've definitely got people that are on our side though. Like
Yeah, General
our-
69.
Our super fan Jeremy is actually.
Oh yeah, he's in
someone-
the trenches.
Someone
Yeah.
came in today. I was just like, oh, you're that guy. That guy up at this other store was recommending me to like watch you. Yeah, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I found out it was Jeremy. I was just like, that's
Shout out
that's
Jeremy.
my boy. He's-
Jeremy, you're the goat, bro. We do that to all our Jeremy haters. But
weren't we his top podcast for the year?
yeah, we were a few people. I don't know about Jeremy, but we were a few people because Spotify had their Wrapped and things like that. We're in like,
There's some stupid
Fuck.
stats.
it's like,
There's some stupid stats.
bro, actually, let's get it up.
When we read these out, we are aware of what that means growth wise, but just the numbers, they don't
Insane.
lie.
So on the end of the back end for YouTube and for Spotify, we also have like a creator Wrapped. And I did a screen record and sent these guys the creator Wrapped when I was in Sydney because it just popped up. And some of the stats are fucking insane on it. I mean, obviously they're not that crazy, like because of just the actual size once we get bigger, but the increase in audience from last year is 999%. And then I think that was also the same for our increase in new audience from last year is 999%. Increase in followers last year is 388%. Increase in total listeners is 999%, which is obviously just the max.
Yeah.
There was a couple things on here that were cool, like that weren't just like, oh, going from 2 subscribers to 5 type of deal where, oh, that's a 150% increase or whatever it is. Where is it?
Maths is astounding.
What?
The country of origin one's cool, where it's like we're most popular in that country.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Philippines is up there. It's like top 3 location.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, our
I
podcast
would not
noticed-
watch the video.
I,
Yeah.
I,
No,
I was
that's
playing
the
Ark
answer
at the
is that.
time. You sent it to me at the
on
wrong time.
on Spotify. On Spotify, our videos are in the top 15% of the world, which I mean, it's not too crazy because a lot of
There's a
shit
billion
like no
podcasts.
one watches. We all watched 999% more in 2025 than 2024, which
Wonder why that happened.
wasn't that hard. Even though our second episode's our most viewed one still.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look. We reached 15 countries overall. What do you think our top 5 countries top 4 the year was?
I know the answer,
Well-
so you guess.
Sure. Obviously, Australia's going to be there.
What number?
I'm guessing 1.
Yes, you're right about that.
2. I mean, you said 3 was the Philippines. 2, America.
No.
Is it an English-speaking country?
Yes. The rest of them are.
I mean,
It wasn't going to be fucking like,
no. I mean, is it going to be the UK then?
no.
He's like, there's no other countries.
Yeah.
South America?
No.
I don't know.
English-speaking countries, motherfucker.
Number two was New Zealand.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
and then number 4 was UK, and then number 5 was the US. For most of the view of our podcast this year on Spotify.
Sorry to our Kiwi cousins. It's,
Yeah.
Brock's an idiot.
We were
He's not wrong.
We were in the top 10 shows for 46 people, which isn't too bad, but there might be some people who just don't use Spotify except for listening to us.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Top 5 for 32, and we were the top show for 10 people. So shout out to you, 10.
They've opened and closed their Spotify account.
Yeah, a couple times. Thanks, Mum.
R.I.P. the goat.
Yeah, rest in peace. Do you want to give a lore on that, Ben, or just not elaborate at all?
Let's go let that sit there.
We also got a music thing. Have you listened to music on our Spotify account?
Maybe. Oh, no,
'Cause
actually, I looked at this.
I have
was
no
like,
idea what the fuck this means.
What are the artists? 'Cause
Our number 1 artist for our Spotify account, I've never listened to music on it. I don't think I've even got access to anything that's got music availability.
Do you have it logged in here? Did you run it through here?
No. It's Linkin Park for number 1. Number 2 is Eminem. Number 3 is Taylor Swift. Number 4 is Chris Brown. And number 5 is Kanye West.
Okay, the first 2 sure could have been me. I haven't listened to any Taylor Swift.
Is this like the average of like our fans, what they listen to maybe?
When you
explain.
said Taylor Swift, my first thought was like, is
And
it
we got
doing
the
the
top-
Amazon thing of listening to what we've talked about?
No, I don't think so.
So we haven't really talked about Eminem
Slim
or
Shady.
Linkin Park. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also got like top audiobooks. The Sister of the South, Murder on the Orient Express, Gangland, How to Stop Overthinking, and Atomic Habits.
I don't see. I think that might just be what else is popular because
Yeah.
it reads funny when you look at the title.
Yeah, well, here we go. We got top podcasts as well. So I'm assuming it's just off the people that listen to us, what they also listen to.
Yep.
Number 1's Joe Rogan. Number 2 is Bloke in a Bar. Number 3 is Alpha Blokes Podcast. Number 4 is Do Go On. And then number 5 is the Kind of Funny podcast. So I've only
Yeah,
got
right.
one gaming podcast in
some
that.
interesting.
But
it's
you're
an interesting spread.
a big Joe Rogan nut, aren't you?
No,
You're a big
really
Joe Rogan
not.
fan.
I had a stint there when I was doing the Woolies delivery driving where I could put
I listen to
3
Joe
on.
Rogan every now and then.
Depends who the guests are. Like I
Yeah,
used
it
to,
really does.
Used to listen to all of them, but then it was like, oh, I just want to listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson and any weird like.
He just really not. Anytime I got a lot of like, I went through a stint where YouTube was recommending me a whole bunch of crap from people that I did not want anything
Yep.
to do with. One of them was Joe Rogan. Now, I've got nothing against Joe Rogan personally.
I hate him.
It's just not my content.
One
It
time he
is-
said, fuck you.
it is not what I want to watch. It's also not what I want to be recommended to me if I've repeatedly told YouTube I don't
Have you
want
watched
this.
any of the podcasts though? Because I feel like there's some things where he's like, okay, but a lot of time he's fairly level-headed.
No.
He does have a whole
I
lot
got
shit
I got turned off it because like I don't think I was ever going to listen to any of it, but I got really turned away from it by the fact that Laura's brother went on a big sort of stint of like almost acting like he was the light of God, blah blah blah. Like,
Has he watched it?
I believe so. I don't know, but like he
No,
went on a whole.
because he watched it. Is that what I'm
I
asking?
think so. Yes.
Okay.
but like very much like sort of like yeah, worshipping the guy.
I
almost.
do. There was
And
a
it
time where I
very
feel like
much-
a lot of people were like that. Yeah.
It very much turned me off, and I was just like to the point where everything I saw after that, I was just like, I don't want to listen to any of this. This guy seems like a complete moron. Now, maybe the content was being cherry picked to display him that way.
There's a whole
But I didn't want
episode
any
on
of
Chris
it.
Chan, I'm pretty sure. Like there's definitely been talks on Joe Rogan about Chris Chan.
Has there?
Yeah, I remember, maybe it was just a random photo, but I swear I saw like the two of them sitting there, and then there's just like
Maybe. I would say like there's a few episodes I feel like you'd like. There's he's talked to John Carmack. I feel like that was a really good one. Like Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Armadillo Airspace or whatever, and then like the Meta stuff when he used to work at Meta. Like I feel like there's a couple of good ones because Joe Rogan was massive into Doom in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like not Doom.
Quake. Massive Quake.
Massive.
Okay.
Like got internet installed into his house, had LAN parties, played crazy.
Yeah, it got to the point where it
the
was
more
like-
you talk about him, it's not doing anything to sort of change my.
Okay,
it's
well
more
let's
just
get
like,
off of it then.
I don't want to.
Cool stat. This year our show's growth outpaced 98% of other shows. So fuck 98% of the other shows on here. Fans listen to your show longer than 92% of other shows. So fuck other shows.
I always find like the Spotify stats weird. It's like you're in the 0.0002% of all fans. It's like, give me a round number. Like why minuscule
people love that.
Yeah, I know people do. Like if you're in like the top X amount, like I
was in this year, I think I was 0.03% of Radiohead fans.
That's kind of hectic.
So
I know what I got.
I would like to move us on because like this is sort of. It's interesting for us. I don't know how many of the actual
other people.
listeners
No,
will
that's
be.
fair.
To be fair, also we're at an hour and 34 minutes.
Now let's keep going.
Yes, and the last 15 minutes at least have been us talking about this.
Yeah,
which,
let's skip it.
good
All
on
right.
us, but
All
hooray
right,
us.
hurry up. Who cares?
I'd like Ben to talk about our next thing on here.
I think skip that and talk about the Netflix thing. I think
Okay,
that's way
sure.
more impressive.
I agree.
So for people who don't know, Netflix has, I don't know if the deal's been fully finalized, but Netflix went into talks to buy Warner Brothers for like, it's like $82 billion.
It's a stupid amount of
Something
money.
ridiculous.
Now, I want to clarify something. Are they actually buying the entire
Everything.
company?
Warner Brothers
everything.
the whole thing.
They own NetherRealm. They own HBO Max. They own everything. They own Rooster Teeth.
Okay.
It's Discovery Paramount. Like they own fucking everything.
Because I saw mixed sort of stories on whether they were buying the company as a whole, whether they were just buying
Everything.
Warner Brothers Interactive, if they were buying some other
No, not
subsidiary.
Interactive.
It's the Warner,
everything.
Warner Media Group, like
Yeah.
the whole umbrella of it all.
Okay. That
Which
is
is-
a massive deal. Then.
which
yes.
is a lot of other stuff. So it's Discovery. It's
They've got Game of Thrones, they've got Harry Potter, they've got all that sort of like the whole thing's covered now, all by one company, which could mean we get one streaming service.
that's the only thing that makes me be like, okay, that could be cool. Yeah, they've got a lot of the game studios and the others. So
Yes.
they've got NetherRealm, which is Mortal Kombat. They've got Multiverse.
very, very, very
Are
quickly.
they Rocksteady in under that? Or are they their own separate?
I don't know if they get contracted out to do that or not. They might be owned.
Very, very quickly. Have you played any games through Netflix, or have you just looked at that and gone,
I
why
tried
on earth
to.
would I do that?
I tried to play like what on the actual app or ones where you can download.
On the app.
Played Crossy
no.
Road, I think.
I tried to play something the other time. I tried to play a few times and it's like, no, I want to watch something. I'm like, shut up, idiot. But I tried to download the other day because Red Dead's now on Netflix.
I did see that, yeah.
And apparently my Thor is not a compatible device, which is
Aw.
bullshit. I'm going to have to try and find a way to download that because I wanted to really try that on there. But they've got some big stuff on there now, which is
I know.
pretty cool.
I look at it though in the same way that like when YouTube's like, hey, we got a bunch of games you might like. I'm like, fuck off. That is not what I use your service for.
Yeah, they're trying to make it a bit of an everything platform.
Yeah.
It's good too
That's
because like
just like my little 2 cents on that. Sorry.
2 cents, well, 82 billion.
Dollars.
But yeah, dollars. Yeah.
I mean, look, it's clearly working well for them if they're able to do all that.
I'm
so.
surprised
They've
they
also been
wanted to
around
sell.
since like the early 90s doing VHS renting. So I mean, they've been making money for forever for Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh well, they weren't
If
making
only
money
Blockbuster
much
had-
till like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
If only Blockbuster had taken that deal originally.
Yeah, they want to buy them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was also back in the day they didn't really have this much in Australia, I don't think, but Redbox.
I do remember.
Yeah, I
Remember
remember
Redbox?
Redbox.
Yeah. But no, it's
A throwback.
Yeah, it is a bit of a throwback. But
we do up on nostalgia quite a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, they were merchants. You got gold, I got wares. I did see a big thing with like the whole Warner Brothers getting bought by Netflix that gamers took straight to Twitter to demand that Netflix release the Nemesis system from like the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games.
They're never going to do it.
they won't do that.
They won't, no.
Why would they?
But it's now just like it was pretty much dead that system was gone and lost to the Nether. It's now got another glimmer of hope because it's like Netflix aren't stupid. They might do it. It's like, it's also been 15 years.
And it's a system
Probably not
that
15
if a
years.
game is built from the ground up around it, it should work really well. They have tried to implement similar systems in other games, and because it's just getting shoehorned in from the side, it doesn't work. It's a thing that, like, it's one of those things that at this point it's become a meme. I think a lot of people are jumping on it just because, like, it's the current talking point. They don't actually understand why it wasn't, like, not just the copyright thing, but like one of the actual technical reasons it wasn't implemented in so many other games.
Because they weren't legally allowed to use it.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to.
That's point one, but point two is just that.
No,
like,
that's it.
We didn't want to implement this because of the amount of actual coding and
No, people
back
wanted
of
to use
housework
it,
that
and
needs
they
to-
begged for access to it and it to be released to be open source and that people could actually use it and put in their games. There'd be so many games that have come out since then that would have benefited from that
Yeah.
massively. Which is, we were discussing this, I think, yesterday, and I was like, no, if they just make it open source, games will be built up around that system. You won't just go, we're going to throw that into GTA.
Okay. Open source, sure, because that's then going to include every single indie game on the planet would try to implement it.
Yeah, so?
But no, it's a lot of people getting worried about this Netflix Warner Brothers takeover because they're yelling it's getting close to monopoly. Like, they're going to own a lot. Like, I think what will go
exercises.
down. Shut up, phone.
Which I'm not.
What would go down is Netflix would now own HBO Max. I think they would own Paramount Plus.
Yep.
I think Discovery's got their own app. They did. They now own that. Like, there wouldn't be much.
But I think I did see something on Twitter that the guy that was like talking about it was like, this is still very, very early, but also they weren't thinking of, not immediately anyway, merging them all into Netflix. They were going to let them be their own.
Yeah, just owned
apps.
by Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. Which Disney did that with Fox, and then now there's a Fox section on Disney Plus, or at least in Australia, the Hulu and ESPN and all that. They're all still accessed there. Provided they don't make us, we can have one subscription for all of them, that would be nice.
Laura and I were talking about it the other night because we were just looking for something to watch, and we found that Batman the Animated Series is leaving Netflix very soon. And I was just like,
Yeah, we go to
I'm
HBO.
surprised it's even on Netflix still.
yeah,
I'm surprised you have Netflix.
why would I not have Netflix?
I don't know,
Because you're
emulation boy.
too busy playing fucking Ark or something.
But no, we're watching that just because, like, nostalgia again.
Shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that
But
stuff.
the fact that it's still leaving despite them now going to own it, I was like, I know there's
Yeah,
going
the
to be,
contracts would have been done years ago,
yes,
that sort of
yes,
thing.
would be the big thing.
Which would be good because when HBO Max first came out, they had all the DCAU animated, like all the movies on there. About a month in, half of them disappeared.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just Australia or what. I dare say it is because I think Stan had a lot of the DC stuff for ages.
Which is the other side of the coin of, like, people going, hey, this is, like, getting very close to being a monopoly, blah, blah. It's like, for streaming services, I'm not that upset about that because it's going back to, like, what the promise was, or, like, hey, one subscription for everything.
Original, when Netflix was first a thing, it was great because it was just Netflix. You didn't have to have a billing subscription.
$8.
It was great. And I know everyone who was in Australia bought it because we didn't have streaming services. We got Netflix way later.
A lot
of people got VPNs and were getting it from overseas for years.
I would have been in year 10, I think, maybe when it came out.
It was like a big deal.
Yeah, it
I
was
had
very
to
big.
scrounge money for a prepaid Visa card because I was 13 or whatever it was. And I didn't, probably not 13, probably like 15, I don't know, to get an active Netflix subscription because I didn't have a bank card that had online payments. So I stuck that in, I put $40 on it. I was like, I have unlimited movies for like the next 6 months.
It was ridiculous. When I first got, I was like, this is unbelievable.
It was so cool, but it went, I mean, and it will possibly, if they do sort of but condense everything down to one service. We're going back to that thing we were talking about last week where you're getting spoiled for choice with the amount of content there.
Now, see,
Yeah, I agree, but also I think it's a bit easier with Netflix because it's a quick, it's not a massive investment when you're just turning something on in the
Yeah.
background.
What are you stepping on, by the
Doesn't
way?
matter, keep going.
here's Pepsi Max bottle. I would like that though. Similar to like how on Disney they've got Disney shows, they've got Pixar, they've got Marvel, they've got Star Wars, and then there's the Fox stuff. if you can log on to Netflix and it has like, oh, what do you want to watch? Anything in the Game of Thrones universe? Click that. They're all there. And because they're going to have so many different like franchises and stuff under the one umbrella now, if you go, oh, I want to watch this, you can click on it. They're all there. I don't have to go looking for where it has Under the Red Hood, where it's not on Stan, it's not on HBO. Oh, it's on Netflix now. You can just click it and go, I want to watch something Batman, and it pops up.
Yeah.
It'll be every iteration of anything ever.
I'm happy for that. Like all the DC stuff being, yep, that's all there. The fact that like at the moment we've still got
no Young Justice season 3 in Australia.
Yeah. We've still got, I think, 4 different subscriptions just for streaming in my house.
Yeah,
so we've got one for Netflix, we've got one for Stan, we've got one for
Crunchyroll.
No, he used mine, and then I cancelled it.
Yeah. I only used Crunchyroll for one show, and that was Solo Leveling.
Yeah. Binged it 3 times in a week.
Crunchyroll is one of those subscriptions where, unless you're really into anime again, it's a little bit of a waste because you just don't touch it as much.
Yeah.
That had the spoiled for choice. I was too many things I wanted to watch, but also I was like, don't want to watch anything.
Something I want to talk to you about, because I doubt he had any experience with this. Being an anime fan about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Were you a Kiss Anime enjoyer?
Kiss Anime.
Kiss Anime was the big pirating website for anime
for
years.
Okay. I thought for some reason, I thought you meant
the band Kiss had an anime?
Yeah, I thought you meant a Kiss-themed anime, and I was like, I know they did a Scooby-Doo
That's what I had in my head.
But okay, no. Kiss? No, I used Kick-Ass torrents, and I used...
No, it wasn't a torrent. It was just a streaming website.
Yeah.
Kiss Anime had everything.
I don't know. Pretty much all the anime I was watching... All the anime I was watching 10 plus years ago, if it wasn't on a DVD, it was one that I was grabbing from one of my friends who may have
SBS at 4 a.m.
Yeah. No, but Kiss, like I know a lot of people, Kiss
AM.
Anime, I think I heard a stat one day because it was massive. It was fucking massive. Like we didn't have proper Crunchyroll or anything in Australia at the time, a lot of the time.
It was Toasted TV.
Yeah, that was about it.
That was it.
But with Kiss Anime, I think I heard a stat because they changed the domain a ton. It went to like a Russian website, all this stuff. They had that many ads on there, you're fine. That had that many ads on there that I think I heard something, it was like 50, 60K a day they were making off the ads on that website because how many hits they had on it. It was insane. Using my web browser on my PS4 and watching anime every night, that made me an anime fan.
Watching.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing it on the fucking TV. Are you kidding me?
You shouldn't be talking about
Sony
the PSP.
web
browsers.
Hectic.
What?
We already talked about this on the...
No, we didn't talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, what? Yeah, what is it? Yeah, PS Vita had porn.
Yeah, the
or
original
something?
one in the search bar.
Yeah.
That's hectic.
Hadn't used this thing in I don't know how long.
A
Whatever.
long
2 months.
while, yeah.
That's crazy work from you.
Maybe Brock did it and then he's blaming it on me.
I have multiple computers.
I've seen
Why on earth would I...
multiple searches. From
I've seen
him.
his gallery on his
Fuck
phone.
both of yous.
No thanks.
That's what he wants to do.
Anyway, no, never used Kiss
Anime.
Kiss
Yeah,
anime
it was.
or anything
That was a
like
big
no.
one. I know a lot of fans out there remember Kiss Anime.
I know
Got your
that
fix.
Laura was using. It might have been Kiss, but they were. She and her friends were using something to watch all of like Naruto and that when it was still
that's
big.
what I remember.
Try that again.
Which
correct the name of the
Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Naruto. Who cares? I don't care
I'm
enough
just
for
being
that.
I don't know, it's like
I'm just
every
being
single-
pedantic at this point.
That was also one of the big ones for fan dubs as well. So they were probably pronouncing it wrong.
Oh
like
fuck!
I was as well.
I hated fan dubs of anime back in the day. They did my head in. Also, fan subs. Some of them fucking sucked, man. I remember watching like a fan sub of Gintama, and it was. Have you seen the meme of the all going to Kikaku? All going to yeah, it was like a Death Note fan sub back in the day, and it says it's all going to Kikaku or whatever, and in the corner it says Kikaku means plan. It's like, why did you put that in there? Just say plan. Like there was no point of doing that. Remember watching like Gintama like fan subs years ago, and it was very much the same thing. There's a lot of context in that show, like a lot. Like it's very Japanese, and a lot of it goes over the Western viewers' heads. But I remember there'd be times like, why the fuck did you put a subtitle editor's note in the corner about like the word for dog? It's like, oh, look at this Inu. And it's like, there was
call it a dog.
There was no need for that. Unless like there's something later in the episode where the word is used in some sort of pun.
Pokemon?
Some sort of pun or something. I don't know. Pikachu. But yeah, like back in the day, fucking fan subs anime. Yeah, fan dubs were terrible as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, fan subs. It was for some anime. It was the only way to get an English
100%,
translation. Fan subs. It was
Fan dubs.
fan dubs. Sorry, it was just it was a faster way of getting
Unless it was abridged.
abridged. Yeah,
Yeah.
abridged. Fair enough. But they didn't set out to go like, hey, we want this is like we're keeping it all canon and blah blah blah. No, abridged was just like we're gonna poke fun at the source material and loosely keep to the story.
Toei Animation, honestly. I wish they finished Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Yeah.
And they'll never able to because Toei, I fully get it. I really do. I mean, like, it's using content that they own, they legally own. But that show was so transformative. That was never going to be a replacement for the actual show.
No.
Never, 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 never. It was one of the there's like only a handful of really good abridged, like, movies, shows, anything like that. And that was up there and it was really good. And you go back and watch some of the old stuff and it's a bit rough with the recording and things like that, but still some funny stuff there. I really wish they got to finish that.
And I mean,
they stopped it after
they definitely had fans like
the Cell Saga.
Like, whatever the corporation as a corporate body thought, they definitely had fans employed there because they were invited to events all the time. And I mean, even the side material, like all the Xenoverse games and that. I'm pretty sure. They had voice lines for.
I think they got voice lines in some of like Super and things like that, just in the background.
One of them voices one of the characters in Battle of Gods.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's
but
an Easter egg.
Yeah, because I mean they got pretty decent at voice acting. I don't know what Team Four Star really does now. I know they do a few side shows and stuff. I don't know if it's enough to sustain themselves.
I mean, they're definitely still going.
I know they are.
I know they're doing some of they're doing original content, and every now and then they drop in they're still doing the Cell in a Hell, like what Cell's doing in
Hell
in a Cell.
Yeah.
They're doing
I see they're doing 3D animated stuff, and I don't know, just
it's because it's all like now it's original.
Yeah, they can do it.
Yeah.
I fully get they've got to. It just doesn't grab me as much, but yeah, I really wish that.
It's the same humor. It's still good. It's
I don't doubt it. It's just it's not the same. I mean, I feel like a lot of abridged shows work because the source material and it's new life to it.
Yes.
When I watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged, it made me want to watch Dragon Ball again, which is it's symbiotic. It's working for Toei, and Jump and whoever's got the ownership for the Dragon Ball show and's making the money. So I get why they are so protective of it, but I think they really need to.
I'm surprised it just doesn't fall under parody law.
It probably does, but I think a lot of it's because it's Japanese and there's different copyrighted material there. It's way stricter.
Yeah.
With a lot of things.
Australian content and copyright law, and same with America, it'd be fine, but it's a whole different ballgame over there.
Yeah. So a lot of that stuff just won't go as well. But it sucks. I might even watch some Dragon Ball Z. That's always been a put in the background, DBZ abridged thing, and like the movies and things like that. That's always been pretty good. But I miss that.
Still got to watch the new animated sound note ones that they did for some of the Broly fight. They went through and re-recorded, like a fan went through and re-recorded heaps of different audio and sound effects for it.
Well, I think they re-recorded Broly when they changed the voice actor as well.
Yeah, I watched the comparison between the two of them.
Which was this, the new Broly or the old Broly?
I think the new. They might have done it for the old movies. I doubt it. I think it was for the new movie because Broly originally was Vic Mignogna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they changed it. I'm pretty sure Broly is now. Who is it? I think it might even be like Johnny Young Bosch.
That would be cool.
Let me fact check.
Or it's like a newer actor, but I think it might be Johnny Young Bosch.
Which my favorite fact about him, like, yes, he's Ichigo in Bleach.
That he was a Power Ranger.
Yes, he was the Black Power Ranger.
I like how that's your interesting fact. Where
No,
anime is more the interesting fact.
I didn't say interesting fact. I said it's my favorite fact.
Yeah,
it's my favorite fact about him is that
You are correct. It is Johnny.
Yeah, to Johnny Young Bosch. Yeah, he's a good voice actor. He's pretty much got the same voice for everything though. That's the only problem with him.
He does. Yeah.
I feel
very recognizable if you know. Like if you've watched more than 10 anime, it's
Yuri Logan. What is it? Lowenthal.
Yeah. There was a lot of anime voice actors back in the day that became big, and you don't really hear of them anymore. Like Troy Baker used to be big in anime. He used to be
Michael Tatum.
He's still in anime.
I know he still is, but
like common enough, I think.
I don't seem to hear him as much anymore.
But I mean,
How much are you watching that?
Yeah, Troy Baker.
Considering
I feel like,
that's Laura's favorite voice actor, I should be hearing him a lot more often than
well,
what I do.
bloody about Troy Baker. He was in heaps of stuff mid 2000s, and I don't think he does like anything anymore besides Bucky because it's on Netflix and he gets paid more money.
Fair.
Where like you don't see him on Funimation stuff anymore. I don't think you see Laura Bailey do much anymore.
No.
I don't think you see Travis Willingham do much anymore because I mean they're making their money off Critical Role.
Yeah.
Like they're making bank off that. But there was like, I mean, Chris Sabat has always been good, who does like half the voices in Dragon Ball Z. He does Vegeta, Piccolo, Jesus, all of that.
Half the voices names 2 characters, but you are
Two
correct.
main characters.
He does a lot of the voices
in that. Yeah, no, there's a lot of them that you don't hear anymore. But I mean, like, I used to watch so much anime, so I used to know like all the names of these people, and I was like, oh, it's so fucking like no lifey.
Nerd.
Yeah, it was very much like that. I don't know, but that's my
Still
little,
not games.
yeah. I mean, there's anime games.
Yeah, games adjacent because like a lot of them were like they
a
go
lot
back
of them
and
do
forth.
games as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Troy Baker is
Yeah.
the games voice
The
actor.
game man.
Yeah. I mean, for example, the only thing I know recently that Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham did was Dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Still
that's
haven't given
because
that a go yet.
Dispatch was in conjunction with Critical Role or their
Yes.
parent company or something.
They either partly funded it or they saved it from like being cancelled or
Yeah, I
they
did. There was
something
something about it
yeah.
getting cancelled or like put on a shelf somewhere. And
Yeah, that game took forever to make and it apparently cost a ton. So
an interesting concept.
I enjoyed it. I didn't play it, but I watched it. But I feel like it needs another one, like Dispatch 2 or another season.
I mean, it
But
got,
from
it
what I've
did well
heard,
enough that surely
oh, it
they'd be
should.
working
But
on
from what I've
something.
heard, apparently, like these games take so long, there probably won't be another one for 5 years. That's too long.
That's
Yeah.
that's the standard release window these days.
But I mean, that's just too long for a game like that. I'm
But
sorry. No, it's
If
story.
it's kind of stuck in
completely
development.
story-based game.
Yeah, but if it's stuck in development hell for X amount of time and then they finally go, oh, we'll release it, and then it's massive hit, they wouldn't have had anything in the pipeline.
Yeah, but still, like just keep the graphics pretty much the same.
Well,
It's just writing and there's surely
in my
there's
mind,
stuff.
that's kind of one of its strengths. But because everything is pre-rendered, like it's not
Yeah.
rendering anything on your machine, the file size for it's tiny.
Yeah, it's just FMVs basically.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll
Basically
see what they
Nitro.
do. Maybe they'll release something at the Game Awards.
Yeah. Well, any idea what that big obelisk thing is that they're teasing for the Game Awards?
I mean-
Apparently, it's not.
Not
Diab-
Diablo.
no.
It's not Elder Scrolls. It's not Half-Life. It's not God of War. Like everyone's saying, it's not all these things. What's the bet? It's either going to be something really cool or really shit.
Oh no, it's guaranteed to
gotta
be
be some-
really shit. Apparently, there's meant to be another clue or other to Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Like our time, not the Game Awards time. So I don't know if
Yeah.
they're going to do anything.
I have to see.
They're
what
doing
it is.
weird quotes, and it's. I mean, from what some guy said, what he put was like a Bloodborne quote. Fit very well.
Oh, it might be the Bloodborne PS5
No, that
remaster or
already
remake.
came out. I'm pretty sure, didn't it? The
No.
PS5
No,
Pro
it
one.
was a remake, wasn't it?
I don't
No,
know.
no, there's.
It's just a remaster.
I mean,
I
it might
don't
have been
believe
a-
that's out. No.
It might have been a digital thing, but like definitely wasn't a physical
Look
thing.
it up because if it did, that was a fart in the wind. Then
Yeah.
No,
Which I
'cause
don't
I'm pretty
believe that.
sure.
I don't remember Bloodborne. I
No.
don't think it came out yet. I'm pretty sure it was teased. I don't think it was even confirmed.
no, I'm pretty sure it got confirmed.
It got okay.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Oh no, there was a PS5 Pro like quality enhancement thing that they did for the PS4 version.
Yeah,
But not,
no, I'm pretty sure it's a remake they're doing, aren't they?
I don't.
It was just a
know,
PS5
honestly.
patch for Bloodborne. It looks like.
No, I don't remember.
I don't know.
Because I know Days Gone got the big rework for like quality enhancement,
Yeah,
but
Still
yeah, I
no
don't-
sequel, so
no.
yeah, they won't make a sequel to that. They won't. The guy I saw that I saw the guy who is like the creative director for Days Gone got shitty that they put what's the main character's name again? Sam?
No. Travis? No.
that's D.
Deacon.
Deacon, yeah. Yeah.
They put him in Astrobot as like one of the little bots, and he got fucking butthurt about it. He got really butthurt. It's like
I remember seeing
like
that,
how dare
yeah.
you like
It's the only addition you got to your game since it came out.
it's like you made my boy like nowhere near as important as he is, blah blah blah. And then like 2 seconds later you see like the fucking Yakuza company being like, fuck yeah, Kiryu's in the game as a Astrobot, and like Kojima tweeting that there's like a snake Astrobot and
Yeah.
all this stuff. It's like, Shut up, bro. Your game
Just be
was
happy that it got
your
recognized.
game was like okay, and you're getting shitty that.
You're lucky your game has a big fan base.
I really like
He's lucky
Days
the
Gone,
game's got a
but
good fan base.
It was. I liked it, but it missed on a couple things. It could have been so good if they changed
Catch my attention
a couple
quick
little
enough.
things.
which is fair enough. Not for everyone.
Why is there a big wall that I can't walk past in this tunnel? I have to come back later.
Oh yeah, that annoyed me.
I haven't played it in a long time, so I might replay that.
I got up to the part where you fight the first horde, and then I died, and I was like, okay, and I just uninstalled it.
Yeah,
I tried to replay. I was just like, I don't care. I was like, there's better zombie games to play.
All right. Well, with that, I think we wrap it up. And
We're
I'm
almost
go,
on 2 hours.
I'm gonna go have a cold shower.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good now.
No, my hands are sweaty.
Yeah,
They're always sweaty, but
because you're fat. He's now the fat one. Let's make fun of him.
at least my shirt fits.
He's fat. He's fat.
Fuck you.
I'm not saying it
It
was you.
fits fine.
His shirt doesn't fit either. He said you need to get a different size.
No, this one fits fine.
I know. I'm just drawing the attention from him, so he says that's over there.
Hey Ben.